I got no sound. I can't play any music for this right now. Yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to play the music to this, but I think the music is currently licensed. Ooh, it's dark in my room. Hold on, let me turn on some lights. Yeah, the music was like ba 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 da da da. It was like a very quick cuts, very fast beats. So it's like a lot of quick zoom in actions. Look at the detailing. I love like the paint going over the canvas. When was this shot? This was shot like fucking 4 in the morning or something, man. Crazy stuff. I should turn on some lights, huh? Get some lights going. What it is? What's up, sci-fi? How you doing, buddy? Mm, man, what a glorious day! 4th of July. What a day to like talk shit to a wannabe tyrant. What a day to like talk shit to a guy wearing a crown. You know what I mean? 4th of July. You're wearing a crown. Fuck you. That's the day we're doing. Loving it. Uh, no, actually, my boss at one of my ABC jobs, while I was working, he came over and started filming, set up some lights, started filming while I was doing it. So that's just like something that is mine that can't be shared or shown anywhere else. I'm not giving any licensing and I'm not approving anybody sharing that. Um, that's all my shit that I'm working on. And so I was like, yo, man, like, so the stuff originally was going to get used and get cut with some football stuff because it was a football painting. So, me painting really fast. So they were going to have like me painting fast and then editing one of the football players running really fast. So, like, if I go, he was like, do a lot of angular stuff. So that's why I was like moving the brush back and forth. That way he could like uh it in like quick football moves, you know what I mean? Because he had access to lots of NFL footage, field footage. So, but I guess he didn't have time, and he was like, "Man, I just put all your stuff together," and I was like, "Thanks, dude." So, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. It's mine. He was like, "Yeah, you want it?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." All right. So, a Burger King crown of all things, dude. What's going on? What's going on, John? How you doing, buddy? So I was talking to somebody, and I'm gonna do right now. I'm doing a Hellboy commission, and tonight I'm gonna try to get the pencils done for it. But I've been working on a Moon Knight Azrael piece, Moon Knight versus Azrael for clobbering time. Um, that's that show starts at 7. I won't be able to hop on until 8 o'clock, but I suggest everybody hopping on and checking out clobbering time over on John Lockbox's channel. It is just pure comic book shop fucking talk. Like, you better have your A game. You better know your shit, because I know, Marcus, I know he knows his shit. John knows his shit. I know my shit. So when we start talking about these characters, it gets deep. It gets deep quick. It's awesome. And it's a great show. Clobbering time. So this week was and I'm just stalling until we get more viewers for the Liam skinning. But the clobbering time this week is going to be, and I just called it out, Moon Knight versus Azrael. And what you're skipping this week? What's going on? What's going on? You're skipping this week. So what? Moon Knight and Azrael is next week? I mean, that gives me another week to like work on it. I've got a really cool idea for Moon Knight. Like, I really want to like lean in. I'm kind of doing my own versions of both of these characters. Like, clearly, like when you see my Moon Knight, you'll tell that it's Moon Knight. But I want to incorporate more Egyptian stuff, and maybe not so corny like the TV show. I didn't really like the TV show's design, but I want to do like the raps. I think the raps are cool. I want to lean in with, like, if I was doing a Moon Knight, I would definitely like lean in on the psychological stuff. Like, I don't even think that I would make him like a true supernatural character. Like, it would all be in his head. Um, whether it's like if he's like I don't know if it's like he was a mercenary and something happened, or maybe there was a heist inside an Egyptian uh display case or something, you know what I mean? I'm not really sure the idea, but I would like it to be more Egyptian based uh than high tech. I don't know. Like the gauntlets. Like, if he's wearing gauntlets, it'd be cool if they were like scorpion shaped. Like, you know what I mean? Like scarabs and scorpions. Like a scorpion's claws could be a grappling hook. Like the claw shoots out. Not. I'm not saying Assassin's Creed, style, but it's like he has the crescent throwing things, right? But he's got these two gauntlets, with like it shoots the scorpion sting, and then maybe the scarab is like I don't know, like maybe I'm not sure, but maybe the scarab is like the grappling hook. You know what I mean? Inside the scarab's body is the wound up micro wire, and he shoots that. So maybe something a little more like that. I like the idea of the wraps, like being able to see them, like almost mummy-ish, right? Where they're like wrapped but not wrapped tight. I like the idea that maybe the wraps are just like Kevlar. You know what I mean? It's like it's not linen. Like the guy, like part of his suit that he's done is just like wrap himself like a mummy, but in like sheet strips of like Kevlar armor or something. Because I think it would be cool to have like not gold, but you know, you have that like that crossed the crossed wing kind of motif, you know, of like Rama Rama kind of shit, you know, like that, but it would be white. And I don't know, I think it would be kind of cool. So that's what I was working on. And then with Azrael, I mean, you can't go wrong with Sword of Azrael. That last page where you see him, where Quesada drew it. I'm like looking for it somewhere. It should be within arm's reach. It's somewhere, dude. Quesada drawing it and Kevin Nolan inking it is just fucking buck wild shit. And fuck crowns. Anybody wearing a crown can get fucked. So I'm looking for it. I don't see it. I'm seeing Rumble. I'm seeing some Star Wars, Dark Empire, Tokyo Ghost, Robotech Art 1, Akira, Black Panther, Creature Core. I don't know. It's over there somewhere. Black Batman, White Knight. Anyways. Yeah, so sort of Azrael, I don't know, you can't really go wrong with that character. I like the idea of him being like the Swiss guard. There's almost like he's like a twisted Swiss guard. So I might like look up them guys and kind of see, you know, what do they look like? Maybe incorporate that, but I don't know, man. You can't really go wrong with that one. The side effect would be reducing pain and enhanced adrenaline as neurotransmitters production. So, like biological nanite. What are you talking about? That sounds dope. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Yes. Yes. That is that too. You know that too. I'm down with that part. You know what I mean? I'm down with that. Like I like the idea of him, you know, being a mercenary, and then like falling in, maybe like doing some guard work at a dig site, and then falls through or something. Yeah, yeah, I'm down with that. Um, I feel like he has like more stuff. Like with Azrael, it's just the two flaming swords on his gloves. Except for when he's like Azrael Batman. Then when he's Azrael Batman, he's like shooting batarangs and shit from his gloves. But I don't know, man. We'll see, right? We'll see. Fuck the crown. Yeah, yeah, they did good in a good way. You know, you guys can see that stuff. Oh, I might have to picture that. You guys could see that shit. Um, dude, I did not start playing Batman games uh until you could play as Batman Affleck, the Batflack. I guess that's like the second or third game. Because the other ones I like played it and I was like, they're not getting Batman. They're just not getting him. Maybe some of the characters and the setting, but Batman himself was just like, man, they're just not fucking getting him. And then they started the second one. It was like, okay, mate, still no. I don't like when you look at Batman and you could see that it's like armor. Does that make sense? Like if the the bad guys and other people, other superheroes and stuff, they look at him and they're not sure if he's superhuman. They're not sure if he's supernatural. That illusion that he's created and manifested or whatever, like that illusion, that criminals are a suspicious lot and that he fucking works on their fears, like that kind of disappears when you see the dude looking like fucking Iron Man with a cape. Like it's just like you're like, oh, that's a fucking guy, you know. Um, so it's like they'll never quite get it. It's like I like the Batman movie. I liked the detective work, but as soon as he walked in the room, you're like, yo, this motherfucker is like store bought. You know what I mean? You're like looking at all of this shit, and you're like, why are you letting this weirdo here in here with store bought shit? But then there's the other spectrum with like the monster Batman, But um, I don't know. So I like once they were like, yeah, you could download the Ben Affleck Batman skin from Batman versus Superman. I was like, oh, okay. So I downloaded that and just like beat the game in like 2 weeks. Just like rolled through the game and like found the clues and like did all this shit. It was dope. It's a dope game. I like it when you're able to like move around Gotham City. That makes sense. Being stuck in one location was like a kind of a like, what the fuck? I would like it to see it bigger. Um I'm not saying like Grand Theft Auto size, but like I don't know. It was pretty dope. It was pretty dope being able to play as the Batfleck. I saw that you could do the other ones, but I like the Batfleck because it was like, oh, there's a Ben Affleck Batman movie coming, and then it kind of didn't happen, and so I just kind of like played the Batman game as if it was the Ben Affleck's movie, and it worked out. That was dope. I was like, oh yeah, okay. So yeah, man. Hold on, let me shut my door. Somebody is being asked to take a nap and is not happy about it at all. Let's see. Newest Batman is my favorite by far. Batman shouldn't look like a 300-pound roided out bodybuilder. He'd stroke out 3 minutes into a fight. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I thought Ben Affleck was the right size. The dude who plays Jack Reacher on the Amazon show, he's he was like, man, I played Batman for free, and I like look at him going, you're too big. You're too big. He's fucking just like fucking yoked. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I used to play the Man Mountain on Game of Thrones. I'd like to play Batman, bro. Wouldn't work. Doesn't work. Can't be fucking Jack Reacher, and then also fucking Bruce Wayne. Like it's there. At least with Ben Affleck, you know what I mean. You could like kind of like cover it up with a suit, a loose suit, but like because he's trying to play it down, right? Like, so he doesn't want anybody to like realize that he's just like completely jacked. I don't know. It's a tough one. Um, I like the idea of like the monster Batman, but I'm not going to say too much. I mean, instead of talking about shit that I like, I'm like about to start spilling my beans on some projects. Instead, I'll just talk about the fucking Scarlet Pimpernel. and and then I was like, I wonder if like the Iron Mask, like, is that just like open? Is that public domain? And then is there like a new version of that? You know what I mean? Like whoever had the original Iron Mask had it put on him is like still wearing it or has to wear it. You know what I mean? Each person is like it's like put onto him. It's like a mantle. I don't know. Yeah, hold on one second. Whoa, talk amongst yourselves. Sorry about that. There are people in town. There are people, family visiting, guests and stuff. So I apologize. Like and share. Let's get back to it. All right. Man, the Iron Mask. Yeah, he wrote that 1850. It was a section of his novel, Lordy Day. I ain't gonna fucking chop the fuck up that name. 10 years later, which was the last installment of his D'Artagnan saga. D'Artagnan. D'Artagnan. Monsieur de Brenton Biancher. L'excellent Dumas. Bon, si oui. What has he done now? Let me tell you, Hen. He's about to fucking start suing me. He's gone off the deep end. I haven't even gotten to it. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? So it's like, what is I guess it's still owned by his family, right? I like the Three Musketeers. I like all that shit, and I just wonder about the Man in the Iron Mask. Like, what? Like, could you extend that? You know, could you? Is it legal to like? You know what I mean? It's like it's like when you put it on, you right the wrongs, or people who have been wronged by the system. Like you wear the Iron Mask and you fight for the innocents or something like that. I don't know. I have to ask Google Chat, GPT Chat to come up. Just kidding. Just joking. I don't know. Something simple. You put on the Iron Mask, and you're helping people who've been wronged, or who people have been unjustly um imprisoned and stuff, like kind of like, the man with the Iron Mask, he was just a twin. That's all it was. It was like the king had a twin, and so they put an Iron Mask on the twin and locked him up. And that'd be kind of cool. Scarlet Pimpernel, just a dope story. It's always fun to watch like different actors try to pull that shit off. Cause so like during the day he's a fucking total fop. Just fucking like, I don't even care. Oh, all I care about is fashion. The fashion of the time, sir. Is your cravat been ironed? Where did you get your sniffer box, sir? You know what I mean? Like that, like really weird, foppish. He's a foppish like lord. He's like, oh, all I know is how to play cricket. That's what I care about. Cricket and sailing are my things. I love a good sailing. And this is, I guess, during like the French Revolution. So during the Reign of Terror, France is just fucking finding anybody to just fill the line to the filling up the queue to the guillotine, right? So as they're trying to fill the queue to the guillotine, they're just like filling it up with like sometimes with innocent people. Just happen to be like a royalty, you know what I mean? Just like, hey man, I'm just like a third cousin to Louis the 14th. I'm just over here, fucking, second cousin to some dude. I just happen to have a chateau or whatever, man, and they come and get him, whole family guillotined, right? So you have this guy. He's like, oh, oh, I don't know anything about the French Revolution. Oh, what kind of, oh, could you imagine how much the cost of silk for my shirt's going to cost with all of this? Can I still sail? That's the question. Oh, so much for French wine. Whee! And he's like getting fucked up, right? And he's like joking about shit and just non caring. And his wife is just like, fuck, man, what a fucking like what a fuck. Like I don't know, I can't remember if like their marriage was arranged or what, but so that's what he is during the day. But at night and on these missions, he is Scarlet Pimpernel, and he is secretly going into France and rescuing people from various places. And there'll be like a Bastille, and the fucking the guy will fucking sneak in, but like he'll sneak in wearing a wax nose and a fake beard, right? And like he'll have these this coat, and underneath the collar of the coat there'll be like a whole bunch of different keys, and he's just like, I mean, he's just like he's like proto Batman or something. He's like not even Batman, like the Saint. You know what I mean? Where he's just got like all this shit on him, but he like is he'll have like an air bladder made from a cow's stomach, and it'll make it so it looks like he has a hump. So he looks like a hunchback guy, begging, right? So you're like he'll like grab some horse dung and like rub it on himself, and with the bladder he'll look all fucked up, and he'll be like, "Oh, sir, please." And they'll be like, "Get the fuck out of the way." And he'll be like, "Oh, of course, of course." And he'll like stumble into the Bastille and nobody will notice him. And then he'll like pull out a grappling hook and fucking climb up to a second. Like it is fucking really wild. And he'll save whole families, and he's got like a whole network of people. And he has like, it'll be like a letter. And then when you unroll the letter, unfold the letter, there'll be like a pimpernel in it, like it's like a little red flower. So it's like it's really dope, because like he sword fights really well. If anybody comes up on him like with swords, like it's not really a problem. Like he's just like faux aristocrat, but he is an aristocrat. But it's like he's actually like been training, and he actually knows how to shoot. He actually knows all this stuff, and then is applying it to saving people from France. But he can't let them know that he's doing it because he's a British aristocrat, and like they don't want a war to kick off. So, it's pretty dope. It's a pretty dope show. So you get, the book is awesome, but then to see different actors play both parts is pretty cool. So you'll see like somebody just playing like fucking, you know, white powdered wig asshole, and then just like a swashbuckler who has like, who can pick any lock, and he has friends everywhere, and fucking, you know, and like his wife is like, man, I wish you were like the Scarlet Pimpernel. Seriously, there's like one part where she's just like, everybody's starting to hear about the Scarlet Pimpernel, and she's like, look at my husband, he's just fucking hanging out. And then here he is, fucking. He's actually a Scarlet Pimpernel. It's a dope story. I would love to like. I don't know. I don't even know if you need to redo it. I think I'm okay, but I like it. I like that story a lot. Anyways, Serenade de Bergerac. That's another good one. Hey, if you were married to me, would it be hell? Oh, hey hey you. Oh, they must be lesbians. Lesbians. Tommy, I want you to make me feel good, Tommy. Hold on, let me go out in the parking lot. Oh, Tommy, can you hear me? Make me feel like somebody, Tommy. Make me feel like somebody, Tommy. I'm gonna go smoke some shit with this crazy bitch out in the parking lot. Sweet little Tommy. Okay. I like the Cyrano de Bergerac. That's a good one too. That's with the guy with the fucked up face, fucked up nose, and he gets to be all lovey dovey to the girl, but it's she thinks it's the hot dude. I think there was a remake of that one with Steve Martin. Remember that one? Steve Martin is walking around with his fucking schnoz, and he's like a firefighter, and I think it's Daryl Hannah. No, not Daryl Hannah. Is that a fucking person? Daryl Hannah, the chick who was in Splash, the mermaid. I don't know what her name is. I forgot. Daryl Hannah. Diana Hannah? Diana Hannah? Mohana Dana? She was also in Clan of the Cave Bear. She was like the normal looking chick. Everybody else looked like fucking Liam. Oh. All right. I gotta put this up for a second. Hold on, let me put this up. I should have put this up. I gotta put up something. Because he shows some art in the beginning. Daryl Hannah. Daryl Hannah. All the hot chicks are missing a piece of them, bruh. I'm waiting for the sequel to Kill Bill, where they the little black girl when Beatrix Kiddo kills Black was it? She was like Black Mamba. Shit, I should have been motherfucking Black Mamba. When they fight and she kills the little girl's mom, and then she's like, when you're old enough and you want to come get me, you can come get me. I think that would be a good movie because you have Daryl Hannah. She'd be in the movie like with both eyes missing, right? But she'd be the one like financing this little girl's training. Like, yes, while you're weak and you've been living your wonderful life with the daughter that you found, I found the little orphan you made, and I've been training her for fucking 20 or whatever, you know what I mean? And like turn her into a weapon. That'd be pretty dope. That'd be pretty fucking kung fu. That'd be pretty kung fu. He gets right into it.
I don't think it'd really sort of bother me so much, but I really don't see it, and I think that like I've been pretty open with my fans. I've been pretty like as far as creators go. I think that I've been one of the guys that actually listens the most, but as you guys know, there's a whole bunch of people that are upset at me that I forgave Ethan, right? We'll talk about the chat in a minute. And they instead want me to like cling on to like 2018 and just all of this hatred and vitriol and shit. And they've gone and they've doxed my DMs and stuff, which I stand by the way. Like this is
That's not me. I'm not the one who released any of his DMs. I don't have any of his DMs to release. Hold on. See, we were having fun, and now we're like watching this shit, and it's just like, holy fuck. This guy's already like, nobody wants to just talk about it, but the guy struck my shit. He struck my channel because I showed about 2 minutes of one of his drawings while he was EFAPing a show that had my artwork in it. So like he was showing my artwork on his show. You know, nothing happened. He didn't ask for permission. So I'm like showing it, correcting the record with this fucking cornball, and he strikes my shit. I lose the super chats. And then he calls it a bit. He starts threatening Dark Gift, calls it a joke a few days later. Like, talk about unhinged. Seriously, like this guy used the word unhinged, but it's wild to watch this guy go from one thing to the next and then call it a joke or call this a bit. It's like, well, what are you serious about? Like taking somebody's, trying to cancel somebody, telling you're gonna nuke somebody, basically just fucking delete them off the YouTube. Like that's what you're gonna do, and like you're not kayfabing it. You're actually striking my shit. I'm not sure like where the kayfabe is or where the bit is when you're actually striking my stuff. And you're pissed off that people are striking other people's channels when it was shown that people were getting struck with AI algorithms. You won't talk about that, but you want to talk about me.
This is the thing. Like, I'm not the kind of guy that generally says anything that
Like the strike war. Like, what is the strike war? Like the strike war is him wanting to start something. To be honest with you, am I wrong? What is the strike? He wants the strike war. He wants that drama. He's lucky that fucking I was listening to War Campaign. Seriously, I was like, well, if he's gonna strike me for showing his art, everybody who showed any of my artwork at any point that I didn't like, I'm gonna start striking him, and then we'll deal with it later. You know what I mean? And Dan was like, "Don't do it." And within that minute, I was like, "What the fuck?" Because I'm at bar. You know what I mean? You strike my channel, you start fucking with my family. I see Ethan basically like condoning it or giving a pathway to acceptance. And yeah, I was like, all right, well, let's just start flagging people. Like, let's do that shit like the end of Godfather. You know what I mean? Where Mike Corleone just like fucking kills them all in the last 5 minutes. Not actual not actual in fucking real life. You know what I'm talking about? Just like start flagging and flag them all. But better, cooler minds prevailed. So I didn't do it. The only time I've ever flagged a channel was one that stole my content. And even Ethan said it was too long. Even Katie said that it was too long. Everybody agreed that taking more than an hour of my content and just putting it on her channel was theft. And that's the only time I flagged, and my name was right on it, dude. Because like everything, I'm gonna do it on Front Street. Like there's no sneaky pants with me.
Go back on certain things I'd rather not be
But
publicly
strike war, the
expressed
strike war.
purely to
I
avoid
like went off on a
conflict, because I
tangent about
don't
the
like
strike war.
to
This is
get
just
into
insane.
conflict, contrary to what people will say. But if you ask me honestly, or if people super chatted me and asked how I felt about things, I'd say it. And it's like there are these people that are like,
That's
they
not
seem
true.
to believe, that because I forgave Ethan Manskiver, because I came back to Comicsgate, that I somehow committed some sort of betrayal. I just don't see it that way. I don't. Like people say, like,
That's not my
I've got people
business.
coming at me going, look, this is
I
a
don't care.
movement of, this is your movement now, Liam, piss pornographers and sex addicts and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, if we go back to 2017.
Yeah, I would say that the head person in Comicsgate is pushing people who do post pornography with autistic people. It's fucking gross. I'm not sure where the shrug is coming from. I'm not sure where in Comicsgate you fall under or what you think is going on, but if I recall, Comicsgate was, why is fucking Superman gay? Why is Batman being bisexual? Why is the X-Men all being gay? Why is it, you know what I mean? Like, why are you hiring transgender ex sex workers as fucking writers? Why are you doing it without any merit? Like, this is the shit that we were fucking hitting off. Fucking Ethan was selling t-shirts on the fact that he was going to be fighting the degenerate fucking Poulter. You know, he needed a war chest to go up against the degenerate Preston Poulter. That's his first name. All right, so he went to court with that guy. So, you know, Comicsgate started off definitely not in this like, yeah, everything is cool. Like, it's not. Like, if you want to do that shit, you could have done it somewhere else. But the original fucking OG CG is not porn. You know, if I recall, one of the things of Comicsgate was the sexualization of characters. Now, if you want to go do, now people are like, oh, you fucking prude, like, just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up for a second. If you want to do sexy Vader ripoff comic books like the Wheelers do, you can fucking do that. Nobody is stopping you. There is your fucking market for that. Right? There's a market for all of that shit. For there, you know, there's shelves, you know, behind the red fucking beads, right? Or whatever, right? But I'm talking mainstream comics is what I was upset about. Like, I think it had gone too far. I think seeing Spider-Man get cucked, I see, you know, just all kinds of shit. It was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is the art and why is the characters being put to the side for these fucking weirdo writers with shit like, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my books. Like, it's, you know, we were we were we were all upset about that. So for Liam to like to suddenly be like okay with this stuff, then clearly he always was, and that's on him. But yeah, right now the main person in Comicsgate, who now like it's not even like, oh, like who has the main? It's like he owns the copyright. It's like it's not, it's over as a movement. Like, once somebody fucking trademarks something, it's no longer a movement. It's no longer a consumer movement. It is now a fucking trademark. Right? Fuck, I'm out of coffee. Right? It's now a trademark. So you know, that person who owns that trademark is bringing in, he's like platforming the piss porn, he's platforming the people who are doing it, and it's not like they're trying to create a whole new life. They're like doing the comic reviews. They're not making any comics, they're doing the reviews. Then they're going after other artists, after other creators, and then while they're doing that, they have links to their porn that they're doing. They've like done they've offered incest porn, they've done all kinds of shit, they've done like slapping and stuff where they've like called out my name. It's really fucked up. And if you're a quote unquote Christian conservative like you say you are, Liam, I find it extremely hard to believe that you would be okay with this kind of behavior, and because you sold your soul to the frog. That's the truth of it. So you have that. Like, what else? Right. So when these people like start yelling at me about rape and about all kinds of other shit, I block them. Which that act, you know, that's not my fault, but that gets kicks them out of the CG green room. Which what happens? They fuck it because they're autistic. Both of them, they fucking lose their minds at Ethan. And so instead of Ethan being like, can you calm the fuck down? Like, you're going at him pretty hard. Like, he just like fucking is like, Matt Barr, get out of the green room. So that's what started the whole thing with me and Ethan. And so you have that. Then you got you know, Pete. You got Katie did and her past. I mean, it's fucking it's gross, dude. Like all of this shit would not have been in old Comicsgate.
It was Nasser Abadi and everything I've got to say about him, and Slick Jimmy, and a whole bunch of other people. The bad eggs don't define the whole movement, you know? And I would even say, compared to a lot of the old problem people in CG, the new people that people seem to have an issue with are nothing. Like, so what? Someone does porn, someone has an OnlyFans. Don't watch it, don't buy it, don't subscribe to it. I don't care. It's not my business what other people do. Uh, but it
She's
seems to be that a
autistic.
lot of people are obsessed with like other people's business, and it's like I can't control things. Now, I don't agree with every single thing that Ethan does.
It's weird where it's like, oh, they're attacking their work. Well, you know what? They were trying to fucking come at me. So you come at me, then I come at you. You talk shit about me, I talk shit about you. And nah, it's gross. It's definitely gross. If we're looking at if we're looking at the mainstream and we're going, ew, the fucking, sex workers fucking writing the new Batwoman. Like, of course we're gonna be like, ooh, to fucking sex workers in comics. At least I am. I don't. I mean, I speak for myself, but it's sadness more of anything. It's like this autistic woman who it's like, okay, she's autistic, but she's not autistic enough to do porn, but she is autistic. Like she can get like peed on. It's like really, it seems a little fucked up when they start incorporating it and like cross platforming into Comicsgate and trying to use Comicsgate to find new work. Like that's it's just gross. And the only person who's really platforming them is Ethan. So I think the porn stuff is gross. I think porn is horrible. I don't think you should ever be okay with it at all. Like I should, if anything, it should be like we're not doing porn anymore. Uh, we're gonna start making comics. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, instead of showing my asshole, I'm gonna draw Yoda again. I would rather her draw Yoda over and over and make $1 million than do more porn. Just as one human to another, man. Porn is just fucking rotten and it's evil. The people that are doing it are fucking rotten or evil, and the fucking people watching it, it's rotting your shit. And he's okay with it because he's probably watching it.
But he's been respectful and kind to me in the last year
Of
or more.
course.
It's a year of me not having to deal with any shit from him. That makes my life better. I got to meet a whole bunch of new fans, got to make a bunch of new money. Dino King 2's coming out, Xenotype 2's coming along.
Mm.
Total Conquest, we got Wonder Island's being worked on as well. I'm going to be getting a lot of stuff done very soon. It's all just going to roll out one after another. They're going to be like, fuck, what's Liam doing? I'll get criticized actually over doing it too close together. But it's been a long time coming. Hold on.
Will it? Will it all come out?
So as you guys know, I recently batted head with Dark Gift. I've been told I'm not allowed to talk about the guy. I'm told I'm not allowed to talk about the guy. Otherwise, he's going to come at me. And he seems to keep thinking that like smashing me in the face is like, I care. I don't care anymore. But like, if we could have a respectful conversation, that'd be one thing. But in my opinion, I can't trust the guy. You know what I mean? Like, I think the Comicsgate should be a place that anyone can sort of come to and should be able to be a part of. It should be a jump and fun happening place. And where I fell into sort of disagreement with Dark Gift even before everything, the reason I didn't trust him 100% was because, he was kind of doing this thing where it's like, oh, you've got to come through the slums and take your stripes before you can be part of Comicsgate.
I mean, that's one of the things I said, because I was calling out some of the critics. Like, Comicsgate is like a house party, it's like a frat party. Uh, and the critics, and I was at the time I was like talking about like Dean and Vicky and some of the actual like just like outdoor critics, and it was like you guys are like out on the front yard yelling about our party when you could just either come inside and party or fucking go home and start your own party. Like, why don't you just start? Like, why are you making videos about what's going on in Comicsgate? That was like when I was like, yeah, what's going on? But then it's like, you have a cool frat party going on. Everybody's like pretty chill. Everybody that kind of knows the vibe of what's going on. Everybody's believing in the same things. We're all kind of like listening to the same music in a way. You know what I mean? Like nobody's playing fucking jungle breakbeat music. It's all like playing. Everybody's playing shit that we all jam on. Just feel, just go with me on the analogy. And so yeah, then Ethan showed up to the house party and then opened up the back door, and it's just started filling up with people like Vito and Katie and Frog Tony, people who aren't really doing comics. They're just kind of grifting. Crimcell, who doesn't even know where he's at. He's fucking there shitting in the corner. He doesn't even buy comics. It's a lot of people who aren't buying comics are just kind of filling in the whole house. And the people who were originally there at the house party are leaving. There's not a lot of original house party people. The CG house party. There's not a lot of people. And then the one people who were not leaving, we just kind of went on to the front porch. They're they're getting yelled at, like Phil. Like Phil was never like, I'm leaving CG. He just kind of stepped outside for a second, and people started shitting on him. I'm gonna stop the analogy because it's fucking shit. What do you think, chap? Was that a shitty analogy? But I feel like everybody kind of is aware of what the I'm not saying Christian conservative. I'm not saying that. I mean, but I guess I am though, in a way. It's like mainstream. You know what I mean? It's like, what were we bitching about? We were bitching about the comics weren't like they used to be, which is what, comics aren't what they used to be. You mean when they had a comic book code authority? Yeah, that's basically what it came down to. It's like I miss when mainstream comic books, uh, had the comic book code authority on them. I miss the times when I can grab a stack of comic books and hand them to somebody and not worry about what's in them. That's basically, I guess, if you could condense it down to a source, that's basically what I'm drizzling is once comic books got the comic book code authority taken off, they became too adult and too fucking dumb and gay and just soapboxes. When you had the comic book code authority, you had to stay within a certain parameter. You couldn't do stuff. You could show stuff, and that's okay. That those parameters allowed children to read it. It allowed other people to read it. It forced the writers, to make good stories and use analogies and metaphors and to get a little deeper without it looking like it. Now it's just it's just so stupidly right out there that they miss it. And the idea of what's a fucking combo cost now, like $5, $6, like the idea of picking up a comic book. Somebody put a Django underneath my desk. The idea of picking up a $5 comic book and seeing Storm, Sue Storm drinking a coffee and texting somebody, Mr. Fantastic, while he's walking down the street somewhere else. I remember seeing that and just being like, what the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this shit? Right? Why are you not having them fighting something? Why are they not both doing separate fucking superhero shit while they're talking on two-way radios or something? You know what I mean? I was like, what a waste of excitement. There was nothing dynamic, dramatic about it. And so yeah, it was all gay and poopy. So and lazy writing. So I feel Comicsgate is pro comic code authority, At least that's to me. So whatever that means, you know what I mean? I'd like to be able to have some comics on the coffee table that I don't have to worry about what's in them. You know, that's just me though.
And I'm like, that's not my Comicsgate. You know, my Comicsgate isn't you have to come through a gauntlet of harassment and abuse to be here. And what Comicsgate isn't defined by one person. You know, people should be able to be involved and be included. So that's where he and I sort of have our big disagreement, a big moral disagreement. But he does relatively know me. I know that he thinks that I'm a liar because I don't trust him. And I was like, yeah, sure. But you know, there's a method. There's always a method to my madness. But it just sort of.
He's talking about Dark Gift and talking about Dark Gift thinks he's a liar, and we all know what he's talking about. He's talking about Slimed. He's talking about Slime. They had a big blowout because Liam is denying that he wrote or ever said that he wrote Slimed, and there's clips of him talking about it. So he's like, yeah. There's no clips, so it's like he deletes all of his fucking videos and is like, yeah. I never said that. And then somebody has the clip where he's admitting to telling Mike and telling Dark Gift that he did write Slime, but he's like, yeah, well, I told them because I was just lying because I wanted to see if they would tell anybody, and they did. So now I know that they're untrustworthy, right? So that's one layer of that. But then you wrap that with another layer of him like trying to say he never said that. So it's like, okay, so in one video you're admitting you said it, but you lied, and then now the new video is that you didn't say it ever, and that there's no proof, and you can't show any receipts. Well, they had them. Dark Gift had the receipts, so now he won't admit to that. He doesn't want to talk about that.
Shows the sort of the division.
But again, like even that's none of my business. The criminal fraud claims from Liam, that's my problem.
And like for me, you know, sort of saying that like I betrayed all of my fans hurts because like I've gone to an incredible length to fulfill all my books, which people are saying is the opposite, but it's like, you know, I haven't canceled or refunded. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. Wonder Island has cost me money out of my pocket.
That's not my problem, and I haven't said anything about it. I'm just like, you know, he's yelled at me about my book. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so this whole thing starts with, you know, he says that I've done something. I say show receipts. Then he gets shitty about my book being late. Then I release it, and then I start talking shit about his book, and now he's claiming victimhood. You see the back and forth. So it's like, you want to talk about my book? All right, well then I'm going to talk about your book, Wonder Island. It's fucking late as shit. And then now he's like, oh, they're fucking coming at me, guys. Like, dude, you were talking mad shit about my book.
And but I've weathered it all, you know what I mean? And
these crybabies, like, and then he's like crying to Ethan, like, oh, they're bullying me. They're bullying me so hard. It's like, because you're losing, dude. You're just getting checkmated. You get checkmated all the time, and then you cry about it. You go buy dinosaur toys.
It all, and the print money's there, and the fulfillment money's there, and everything else has been coming out of my pocket. So all these people are like, "Oh, I gave you $25, like, you know, a few years ago. Why isn't it done?" I'm like, "Well, it's 3 times the size. There were difficulties with the artist and things that happened. I had to hire a new animator to do things to have my vision achieved. I had to put in extra work and time, and you know, like." You know, it's a massive book. It was all like, you know, Copic colored and stuff. Like it took a while to get everything done, especially with all the grief around it. But at no point did I stop production on it. Did I give up on it? Did I bury it? You know,
I don't care. None of that is relevant.
I'm going to put it out there.
None of that is relevant. Like, you talk shit about my book being late, and then you have a late book, and now I'm talking shit about your book. It's that easy. You talk shit about fucking Rock and Roll Ninja. You talk shit about Last of the Seekers. You talk shit about Rambo. Now I'm fucking talking shit about your late ass fucking book, dude. And you're crying about it. Crying, dude. Fuck this dude in his crown. Break this crown up and stick it in his butt.
There, and hopefully people will enjoy it like they have my other work. But
Relevant.
I could have just gone, hey, I'm refunding everyone. But, instead I said, if you want a refund, then you can reach out to me via email and request one. Send me your bank information and I'll send you
And
your money
make it
back.
a
If you're not
complete
happy with me, I don't want
hassle
to steal
like
from
he did
anyone,
with Chris
contrary to what
Stanley.
the accusations people want to make. I don't want to do wrong by anyone. I'm trying to be a good creator. I'm trying to help people.
Irrelevant.
I think that's the power of Comicsgate. It's like
None
it
of
has the
that, like
potential
everything that he just said is irrelevant to the fact that he said I was committing criminal fraud and impersonating people without any receipts. It's called defamation.
to link the fans and
Like, not only does he spread false stories about me, not only does he tell Ethan, he tells everybody else that I'm committing commercial criminal fraud, which is a federal crime. He's saying that. Oh my god, dude. He's saying all kinds of shit, dude. It is wild.
creators and be a real positive force for change. I think the crowdfunding is an incredible asset. And a lot of people have been waging this war to try to turn crowdfunding into something it's not, to turn crowdfunding into a storefront,
What war?
to turn crowdfunding
What are you
into a
talking
weapon.
about, dude?
And it's just, that if I'm going to be honest with you, that makes me a little uncomfortable. The thing that excited me the most, and it sounds ridiculous to anyone
The
who doesn't
word war
understand
makes you
the creative
uncomfortable?
side of what we're doing, but the most exciting
You're
part
part of
of
the
crowdfunding.
problem, to be honest with you. Like, John Longbox got some heat recently, but the dude is just like, what the fuck is going on with people not fulfilling their campaigns? And you're one of them. So of course you're like moving around in your chair and you're looking all shifty eyed and trying to start shit. That's the real issue, is people not fulfilling their campaigns, and you're right up there with them with your Wonder Island shit. John is like, people, and it's like, it's easy to say names, but it's like Shannon Babycakes wants to include him in that fucking issue, but it's really not part of it. He delivers his fucking books. It's people who are just not delivering their shit, and that includes you. Like, there's a whole list of people recently who aren't delivering their shit. That's a problem. And to deny it, you're being stupid. You're being willfully dense.
For me is the potential for failure. Is the potential for failure. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's got to be so good to get your money or get your book out. It's like, no, it's the fact that from an artistic point of view. Hold on, I've got to cough again. Oh, the kids.
Speed this up. This is boring.
Thanks to my beautiful daughter. It's the fact that, like, instead of needing to spend like a year or 2 years developing a property and putting it out there and hoping that it takes off, you can spend a couple of months, put an idea out there and see if it resonates with people. And if the fans want it, they can check it out. I'll go through the chat real quick so we don't get too far behind, and then I'll get back onto the topic of this betrayal stuff. Betrayal.
Who's betraying who?
Magnificent Bastard Tail Tank, right? How you doing? At me and somebody in new art. I haven't seen anything you've done in a while. I'm not swayed by retards on the internet. How you doing? It's pretty much what this stream is sort of about a little bit. I'll talk about that as well. Alfonso, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey guys, just chatting. Shout out to Grumpy Kantara. How you doing? Okay, so for a long time, and no one sort of talks about this, I was the punching bag of the slums, of anti-Comicsgate, all of this. I had people repeatedly going to my artists. No one asked me what was going on. When I would tell people what was going on, they would say it was a lie. I had people stalking, harassing me, causing me grief, lying about me, and feeling like they needed to somehow get their stripes. Most recently with that was Matthew Barr, who believed it was, in his words, his turn to go at me. He has since followed me around, causing me grief, general abuse, haranguing, harassment, bullying.
Haranguing, bullying?
All because I literally said, I just don't want to associate you, man. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want to go on stream with you or hang out with you. He followed me around for over a week, demanding I give an answer as to why.
That's not true.
I didn't really want to do it.
Well, that's true. I did ask for why. The guy was literally following me around. Like, he wasn't in Comicsgate for several years, decides to show up and starts showing up at the streams that I'm at. You know what I mean? Like, hey, like, I've been at Dark Gifts. I was on his show. I was on his show for several months. He comes on and is like pushing and asking Dark Gift not to have me on. Then he goes on Ethan's show and is like, hey, Matt Barr, I know what you did. I know what you did, Matt Barr. And I'm like in the chat. I was like already in the chat. I was already on the show. So like the idea of like following you is like ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then once I found out what the deal was, because you told Dark Gift, like it was like, oh, you know what you did, and it was like, what are you fucking talking about? And then you're the one who you decided to tell Dark Gift, and you said it on your stream that I had somehow got involved with Vinny, impersonated, had criminal fraud with his fucking Indiegogo, which, you know, spreading that kind of lie without any kind of proof or receipts in this community, in this indie comic scene, you know, this independent comic scene is fucked up. And if you don't have proof, you know, you should just shut up. It didn't happen. You know, we never hung out. You'd tell people that we hung out. And it was like, the more you were lying, I was like, yo, where's the receipts for this shit? What are you talking about? And at first, my first reaction was like, dude, are you sure? Like, you know, Dojo Kuntz did a deep dive on that shit. Like, I'm not involved at all. Vinny doesn't think I'm involved at all. Nobody does. Like, why are you making this up? And instead of him like backing down, instead of him showing receipts, he just kept doubling down with this shit. So, you know, when you're spreading defamatory lies about me amongst our peers in the indie comic space, like I'm gonna get ruffled. You know, you're gonna ruffle my feathers a little bit.
Give stream, I felt pushed into a corner. I said, fine, you want to know why? This is why. And I said, why? Then he acted like a victim and denied it. And then
he acted like a victim and denied it. Fuck you, dude. Then he acted like a victim and denied it. Yeah. You accused me of a federal crime, dude. And I'm like, show the receipts. And that's a victim? Dude, this guy is English his first language. Strike war, victim. Like nobody's a victim. It's like, well, let's show proof. If you're gonna say this shit, then show proof. If you're gonna say that we hung out and that you explained shit to me and that you were mentoring me, then fucking show some proof. Which he said he had. You know, on the stream where he starts crying, he says he has the fucking like receipts. It's like, all right, well then fucking show him. Who else is with us? Red Gaze? I'm sure, you know, have Red Gaze step up. Have fucking Vinny step up and fucking back your story. Nobody's backing his story. So suddenly I'm a victim. I'm playing victim because I'm asking him for fucking receipts on a criminal fraud.
treated like shit by the vast majority of the community as well. Remember that Ethan stream where everyone voted that Matt was right and I was wrong?
I don't remember that.
No one could see it. No one had dealt with it.
I vaguely remember that stream. You guys in the chat remember that stream? What's this? What do I lie about? Oh shit. Oh my god, dude. Like a fucking bitch, dude. He is just like shut it, shut it out loud. Shut it out loud. Really? You think so? I should send a link so that you can come watch this. I gotta go get some more coffee. I don't know why he's all fuzzy. But I tell you what, those fucking bookshelves behind him are fucking seriously in some trouble. Would you agree? Would you concur? Shut it out loud. I gotta go get some coffee. So you're gonna have to excuse me for a second. Yeah, you know, here's that pedo shit. If I saw a dude writing this shit out and hosting this, I would be like, you're a fucking pedo, bro. If I saw somebody posting all this, I would be like, you're a fucking pedo, bro. Both of these people, I would love to see them like, they're like, you're gonna get sued. Like, if I got sued, these would be posted and printed on giant billboards and brought into the courtroom and put on easels. This and then this and some other shit from Vito. It would just be like, yeah, Your Honor, before the court case starts, can I just put these up? Can I just set these up? Yeah, Your Honor, it's my opinion that this guy is a pedo, and my opinion is based off of these tweets and actions that he did, as well as her. I think she has a sexual disorder involving demons and children. I think it's unnatural. Everything about this photo right here, sir, is unnatural as fuck. Shout it, shout it, shout it out loud. Yeah, that shit's gonna fucking buckle, dude. Watch, I'm gonna leave and get some coffee and come back, and I bet you I will have more viewers. Are you ready? Like and share. I'll be right back. All right. So, sorry about that. I don't know how long I was gone for. I had made a large French press thing of coffee. Coffee was from Ethiopia, which I was gonna bring it up and read the label because I'm like, coffee from Ethiopia, really? So I made a big old thing of coffee, and then when I went down there, it had been used to make iced coffee by my wife. So I made a new pot, a new French press of coffee. Mmm. Mmm. It's the best, dude. You can't go wrong. Felt like forever. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I would put out the link, but like, yo, it fucking just got derailed last night. Like, new people, TJ coming on, it was insane. I am already bad at like derailing my own shit, but like having a bunch of people on was fucking wild.
And a lot of the people that were involved in it didn't want to sort of make it public, so he had free reign to run around and just be an asshole to me, and I just had to look again like a liar and asshole. But I just sort of was like, so this has been ongoing to the point that even when I went over to Locale Live, he followed me over there by the vast majority of the community as well. Remember that, Ethan? Or hang out with you. He followed me around for over a week, demanding I give an answer as to why. I didn't really want to do it, but eventually on Dark Gift Stream, I felt pushed into a corner. I said, fine, you want to know why? This is why. And I said, why? Then he acted like a victim and denied it. And then I was
a pretty big deal, and you don't have
the vast
receipts.
majority of the community as well. Remember that Ethan stream where everyone voted that Matt was right and I was wrong? No one could see it. No one had dealt.
Well, yeah, everybody in the chat was like, yeah, you should have receipts for what you're saying. It wasn't that hard of a sell to fucking get that win. It was as simple as you were making insane accusations and accusing me of shit, and you didn't have receipts, and that was basically it. Like, you couldn't prove anything that you had, and you still haven't
with it. And a lot of the people that were involved in it didn't want to sort of make it public, so he had free reign to run around and just.
That's a lie. Any of those people could come forward and say something that we hung out together, or that I was the one responsible for Vinny's campaign.
Be an asshole to me, and I just had to look again like a liar and asshole
because you are.
I sort of was like. So this has been ongoing to the point that even when I went over to Locale Live, he followed me over there and started screaming racial slurs. On Keen's channel, unhinged behavior. Just a.
We've already talked about the Kim Star thing. I went on there, and the white guy said that he got called a racial slur, and I asked him if it was Moon Cricket, and everybody lost their fucking minds. And I don't care. I thought it was funny. I still think it's funny. Liam, you look like a fucking Moon Cricket to me with that big fat white head of yours. You make a lot of noise, and you got a big fat round white head. You're a Moon Cricket. I only went over there because somebody had like pointed it out that you had like crashed and burned. So, we both crashed and burned. You crashed and burned because a girl like told you what put you in your spot, and then I crashed and burned. They did like a whole show about me. That's pretty dope. That's Matt Barr. Here's what it is. But to be like quote unquote racial slurs and to be like unhinged, what's unhinged is to do a bunch of weird shit and then claim that it's all bits so that nobody understands what you're doing. When you're actually striking people and then lying and threatening people's shit, that's unhinged. You did it 4 years ago. People lost their shit 4 years ago, and now you're doing it again.
Weird guy. And you can go to his channel right now, and you will see that he has a slew of videos accusing me of sexual misconduct. I've
That's not true.
been intimate in any measure, capacity
Well,
with anyone but my wife since our marriage, before our marriage, actually, by quite some time.
The only sexual misconduct is you, as an employer, trying to start a sexual relationship with one of your employees. That's sexual misconduct. Never said anything about you doing any kind of sex crime against children. Never said anything like that. Never accused you of. I've never said anything about you hitting an animal. I don't know anything about that. I've never said anything about you going after your mom or your grandmother, any of that shit. Like, I've never said anything about that. I don't know anything about it. The only thing I know is that this weird little guy who I've never met showed up telling everybody that I was committing criminal fraud, and he didn't have receipts. And now he's like crying to everybody saying that he's striking people because I bullied him. I mean, this grown man. He lies all, and you know what's wild? It's like, I just wanted to come, like, this was him. I just wanted to come back and be together with everybody, you know, and help people. And it's like, how are you helping? He was going after various fucking artists and various creators, and he's still, it baffles.
And you know, it's just kind of ridiculous that I've got to take account for things. You know, I listen to people.
You do need to take account. You need to be held accountable. I went through a period
where, instead of me saying no, I just admitted to everything that everyone accused me of. The reality didn't really matter all that much, because, you know, what was the point of denying it? That's what I was told. I was told, Liam, this is how you do it. You got to lean into it, by people that apparently knew the internet better, people who are apparently my friends. But as it turns out, those guys were people that just wanted to do damage to me.
No clue what he's talking about. See, this part, like, I don't know what this is called, where like somebody does a whole bunch of shit. Like, he'll like start talking shit about me, and then we'll suddenly start talking shit about these other people. And it's like, I have nothing to do with this other stuff. But, you know, he'll do it super vague. He won't say any names. So there's no way to, like, you know, question what he's saying. It's all just fucking bullshit. It's all made up.
So I went along with things I shouldn't have, and I've been held accountable for it since.
What did you go along with?
Damage my reputation, damage people's opinion of me, and I've repeatedly tried to get along with people. But the issue isn't, I feel, me.
Dude, multiple times I tried to reach out to you. People saw it. People were aware of it. And you just kept wanting to come at me, right? And it's like every time there was, you would try something else, you'd fucking fail. So, you know, you started with the criminal fraud thing. That didn't stick. Right? So that didn't stick with you. So that's a checkmate with no fucking receipts and nobody stepping forward, nobody knowing what you're talking about. And like, Vinny has streams. Anybody can go back and watch the streams that I was on. You were never on there. So there's no fucking us talking. So that's all bullshit. So then what'd you do? You tried to attack my book. You called it a 50-page book. See, I have the videos on my channel. You had a fuck ton of videos on your channel, and you deleted them all. Just like Dark Gift said, like, you're fucking bullshit hider. You hide shit and act like it didn't happen. So, you know, there was whole videos of you doing shit. Going after my book. You know, first you called it a 50-page, then you were like, finish your fucking 50-page book. That's all it is. It was 100 pages. Then he was like, I bet you I'll get my book done first. I got mine done. Checkmate. So it was just like, every time, like, yeah, well, where's the receipts to that criminal fraud? And then that would shut you up for a little while. And then you would come back with something else. Like, oh, well, you don't own Rock and Roll Ninja. It's like, oh, fuck, here comes Liam talking about how I don't own fucking Rock and Roll Ninja now. And like, I need to make my own book. You know, it's like, and then when I'm like, all right, well, let's do our own book, then he's like all about fucking comic books or collaborations. Like, yeah, checkmate, bitch. And it's just over and over and over. Then it's the artwork, right? That he just like keeps adding to it. He just keeps adding to the fucking the list of shit. Oh, I'm a better artist. Okay, here, let me show you this video where he's like somebody else is fucking clearly drawing while he's pretending to be drawing. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Why are you doing that? You didn't need to do that. And then so that was another checkmate. And it's like, again, it's like another checkmate, but it all goes back to, where's the receipts for me fucking with somebody else's Indiegogo Kickstarter campaign in a community of creators that use Indiegogo and Kickstarter. Like, if you're talking about fucking up my career, you're talking about maligning me, or you getting maligned, like that's what you are actively trying to do to me because I'm asking for receipts on shit that you're saying. Every time you lie, I just like find another truth about you, which is like the whole Sexpest thing. That's just not my business. But like, Ethan thought it was his business. Do you remember him calling you the Harvey Weinstein of fucking Comicsgate? You should go talk to him and go sue him and get all poopy pants with Ethan. Because that's where it started. Actually, it started with you. It's your fault. It really needs to come down to the accountability of you starting some kind of weird relationship, and then first you're trying to reach out and touch her, and then you're telling her that you're good at sex and have lots of money. Like, that's sexual misconduct. That is absolutely sexual misconduct. Any fucking major publisher would be like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't care if it's Shogun Jump or whatever the fuck it's called, or Marvel or DC, Harris, any of these places, they would have been like, what are you fucking doing? Warning for sure, fired possibly, but like that's sexual misconduct to try to start a relationship with a subordinate. That's like fucking business 101. And I stand by that. Do I think that he had inappropriate I don't know. I don't want to say it without getting struck. I don't think he did the R word. I don't think he actively was molesting anybody of any age. I'm not saying that at all. But those text messages that everybody saw that Ethan showed, that should you're a sex pest, dude. That's creepy. And then you also like remember you DM'd Sheila Aliens and was like, hey, everybody's saying we're in a relationship. What? Somebody's carrying your baby, man. You don't DM other women. I mean, I think, and like, do I think that like your inappropriate behavior with the Boy Scouts, like, I never said that was sexual. And the only person who we ever heard that from was you. You were the one who fucking cried that out, that the parents kicked you. Also, you know what's a fucking weird thing, Liam, you big giant fucking liar? Was you in that stream you were like crying about how you were banned from all the Comic Cons in Australia. And then like a couple months later there's like footage of you at a con with big fucking orange suspenders and shit. Like, how are you banned from cons? All the cons, and how are you banned from all the cons in Australia, but then you're going to them? You make no sense, dude. You're just a liar.
if we go and look at Raptor Jesus, who recently just claimed that, I struck his channel, but I didn't. He provided no evidence of that at all. You know,
That's not true. Raptor did not claim that anybody struck his channel. Because Raptor's not a victim. Raptor's not a baby. Raptor went and fucking went against it. He fought that. He fought the claim. He fought the claim and won. And that's the end of it. It's an algorithm. Raptor got stopped by the AI algorithm like right off the bat because there was a firearm. Had nothing to do with him. The only person who was like, "Oh, I smell koalas," was Mike S. Miller, which has nothing to do with me. Has nothing to do with fucking Raptor. That was something that Mike said on his own.
You'll see that this is a repeated pattern of behavior around these people that are surrounding me. These people that feel like they were betrayed by
shifty
me
dude.
somehow. When I was brought on
Betrayed?
Kings, I sort of promised myself that I wouldn't lose the voice of other people. I was going to try and
No, he's
pull
not
people
going to
back
lose
together.
the voice of other people, but he's trying to delete mine. He's already said he's trying to delete mine.
About this when I first came back to Comicsgate. I said, "Hey, I made a monster and I want to try and fix it. I want to get everyone back together. I want to try and work things out. I want to try and get us back to having a good time again because everyone's at each other's throat and I feel like it's my fault."
Starting fights.
And he was not happy that I was still affiliated with War Campaign and that I still thought that they were a member of the backing community. And because he was deeply in contact with Mike S. Miller and Smiller and Edwin and those guys, and that's sort of the camp he was in. So
what?
It's been a bit of a nightmare. For the last several years, I've been accused of being, and he was not happy that I was still affiliated with War Campaign and that I still thought that they were a member of the backing community.
This is Raptor?
Because he would lose the voice of other people. I was going to try and pull people back together. I spoke to Dark Gift about this when I first came back to Comicsgate. I said, "Hey, I made a monster and I want to try and fix it. I want to get everyone back together. I want to try and work things out. I want to try and get us back to having a good time again.
Spreading lies
at each other's throat, and I feel like it's my fault." And
by going after Irene, by going after Camel Moon, by going after Finn,
I still thought that they were a member of the backing community. And
by going after Dark Gift,
he was deeply in contact with Mike S. Miller and Smiller and Edwin.
By going after Yellow Flash,
and that's sort of the camp he was in.
Wow.
So. It's been a bit of a nightmare. For the last several years, I've been accused of being a striker. I've struck about 3 people. I've gone into why. Every single time was a violation of my rights, and every single time it was found to be a term of service violation and upheld by YouTube as a decision. So it's not like I'm false flagging as a weapon to try and take people's voices away. And when you have guys like Matt Barr who have shown an unhealthy level of obsession to the point where he confessed live on stream that he was impersonating my wife's voice, practicing my wife's voice so he could speak like my wife. It's a little uncomfortable. It's a little bit beyond uncomfortable.
Do you hear the crybaby bullshit with this? Do you hear it? It's amazing. It is amazing. So this guy on his streams, and I didn't delete the streams. So I've EFAP'd his shit and I haven't deleted it because no fucking way are we going to delete his shit. So he was making multiple comments about my wife, making multiple comments about our sex life, making multiple comments about how she needed to put out more. He was making a whole bunch of fucking crazy comments about my wife. And I believe I even was like, "Dude, don't fucking go there. You really don't need to fucking go there." And then he fucking called it out again. It was like, all right, well, fuck it. Then what happens when we're on the live stream? We're on the live stream where we're both on together and he eventually starts crying. He calls out my wife on that. We're all just, and he calls out my wife. About how she needs to give me more attention or some shit, right? And the whole panel reacts. So Liam starts getting upset because the whole panel was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, Liam, whoa, whoa, whoa!" Don't fucking go there with the wives. So Liam decided to open up that whole fucking part. You know what I mean? Of like, okay, if you want to fucking start talking about wives, you know, then I could start like talking about wives. Like he's like making up shit, then I'll make up shit. I'll make up some shit. Do I think his wife sounds like the fucking abominable snowman from the Warner Brothers cartoons? No, I don't think she does. But that's the voice that I was doing as the fucking joke. See, my jokes, they don't. I don't strike your channel. My jokes, I'm not fucking. Trying to take money out of your fucking mouth. You know, by striking your channels, and you just need to cope. So, you know, you make fun of my wife and, you know, I fucking make fun of yours, but I don't even know what your wife sounds like. She sounds like a normal Australian person. She doesn't sound like the voice that I use at all. And you're fucking losing your shit. It's so obvious that it's not her. Right? She sounds like fucking the chick from fucking Greece. You know what I mean? And I'm making her sound like Liam. Hello, Liam. Oh, Liam, you're the sweetest baby boy, Liam. I love when you do work on the farm, Liam. That's the voice that I'm fucking practicing. Like, are you fucking kidding? Hello. Hello, Liam. I will make a sandwich for you, Liam. Baby Liam, I love you. Like, that's the fucking voice, dude. But that's what he wants to get upset about. So it's like this constant like, oh, look at me, I'm a baby, I'm crying about what Matt Barr is doing. Matt Barr's hurting my feelings, and it's like, but what did you do? You talk shit about his wife? You did? Okay, well then what did you expect? Oh, he's been fucking calling me out on everything. Well, you've been calling him out on his projects. What did you expect? He won't leave me alone. Well, you said that he was committing a federal crime. What do you expect? You have no receipts for this shit. What do you expect? Like, are you fucking kidding? You don't own the book. And then I show that I own the book. Checkmate. Then he moves on and then comes back. Now it's just like crying. Now it's just like all victim. Strike war. There's no strike war, you dumb.
And when people look at the criminal activity of Jagdeep Singh, who was the lead moderator for Yellow Flash, who has been largely responsible for the
has nothing to do with me
and stalking and weird shit that I face.
See what I'm saying? He tries to like lump all these people together. Like there's no racketeering fucking charges you're gonna get me on with these people. I have nothing to do with Yellow Flash and what his moderators are doing. You fucking little unhinged psycho.
Verifiable. The uploading of my preteen daughter in her short silky pajamas.
See what I'm saying? Like he starts with me and then just starts going off about other people's shit that I have no idea what he's talking about. I have no idea about his older daughter or anything. Has nothing to do with him accusing me of criminal fraud, does it?
Which were photos that were private family photos, which he, acquired through illicit means, posting those on Kiwi Farms, which is, one step away from child pornography. A guy whose entire timeline was food and sexual degeneracy.
Did I have anything to do with that?
Of my underage daughter on Kiwi Farms. This is verifiable. Raptors knows this. He has seen it. He pretends not to, but he's been notified on multiple instances of it. He's been notified that
just because Raptor's been notified that this shit's existing, like there's really nothing he could do about it. If it's on fucking Kiwi Farms, it's on Kiwi Farms. It's fucking Kiwi Farms is a cesspool. It's a shithole. If your shit's on there, it's unfortunate. But there's nothing that Raptor can do about it.
This man was using strike tactics against my channel. He denied this as well. He said, he said that he was doing God's work on a stream when and he denied that I had been struck and that these tactics had been used against me.
What does that have to do with me?
And even providing a link to the struck stream live, he went out and said, what am I supposed to do with this? Well, what's this? Well, you're supposed to retract your previous statement and say, well, it looks like I was wrong. It looks like people have been using strikes against Liam. It looks like there is more going on to this than what I thought. And
see, I don't know when this was. He's just like ranting about various
Liam's,
people.
Preteen daughter on Kiwi Farms. and you do not endorse that, and you do not encourage that kind of behavior instead of calling it God's work. That would be the responsible thing to do. We're talking about betrayals here. Getting upset at me that I will not go to war with Katie did over perceived slights because she's popular, not because of anything that they say, the dog fucking, all of that nonsense. There's no victim that they've been able to show me, and they're upset at me that I won't be angry about it, the same way they're upset at me that I won't be angry at Ethan and Skyver. I don't spend my time wanting to be angry.
What you and Katie did, I care less.
I don't get high off getting angry like a lot of these other people. And I feel that these people betrayed me. I feel that they are treacherous. I feel that they are backstabbing. I feel that a lot of them who claim to be my backers haven't even bought my book since bought any of my books since 2020 and try and hold it over my head, and did it to hold it over my head rather than because of any enthusiasm or interest in what I'm doing. I've had to block now. I think I'm up to 11 members of War Campaign for unwanted contact repeatedly, trying to engage with me and incite harassment and anger in me when I have no reason to want to fight with these people.
Incite or anger you by like calling you out on true. You get called out on the true. You get called out. You get called out on the true. Yeah, dude. It's like he doesn't even take a breath, dude. He just goes and goes and goes and goes. Just goes and goes and goes and goes. Talk about unhinged.
Want to be their enemy. Apparently the stance of wanting to support everyone and encouraging people in the creative space is forgiven. Right now there is an ongoing strike war which is being undermined, which is being
there's no ongoing strike war. It was an AI algorithm. He wants there to be a strike war. Anything to give him some clout, anything for him to start. Look at this fucking fat guy. Guy looks miserable. There's no strike war. The only strike war is you fucking striking me. That's it. This Comicsgate commando guy got algorithm struck. Same as some of the other people mailing. Same as fucking Raptor. Raptor got struck. He checked it out. That's what it was. There's no strike war. There's nothing dramatic happening. The only thing is you took this as an advantage to fucking revenge strike me, which was super easy to counterclaim. It won't take long to fucking fuck that shit off.
Swept away. People are saying it's the algorithm. It's not real, bro. And because correct. I know these people and the level of sort of deception and dissent that they will sink to, it kind of seems like confessions to me, but it could be paranoia. I have no evidence at this time. When someone says it's
you
just
never
the algorithm,
do,
bro, and we're up to 9 channels that have faced strikes at this point, and 2 that have been completely deplatformed. At the same time, you have the creative Niobe, Larry, running around screaming his personal private address on live streams.
I don't even, you know what? I don't fuck with Niobe. It has nothing to do with me.
And then attempting to strike the streams, posting his address in the chat and then striking it for privacy violations. You've got Edwin Boyette coming out on social media saying that he's within his rights since all forms of defamation or terms of service violations and strikes. These are people that are being propped up as innocent people when they themselves have been on social media confessing that they have been.
Nobody said they were innocent.
Campaign. So when I launched the strike wars, it was largely to bring awareness to that instead of allowing this continued deflection.
Why don't you just finish your fucking book, dum-dum? Why don't you just finish Wonder Island? Why don't you just prove the original fucking problem that we had? Why don't you prove the criminal fraud? Why don't you prove that I was impersonating Vinny? Why don't you prove all this shit that you said? And then we could end it. But you can't. You can't prove anything. Everything that you've tried to do, you've been fucking checkmated. But the original problem is you're fucking lying about me doing criminal shit involving crowdfunding within a crowdfunding community. That's fucked up, and you're fucking with my reputation. And you starting this strike war, you just took money out of my pocket, you know, and that's a fuck you, you know. That's a big fuck you. So don't think that I'm not going to strike anybody, but don't think that that's not going to go and fucking unanswered in the real world. Like the back and forth, like I'm not going to strike anybody for showing my shit. I do not give permission for anybody to show any of my clips or any of my streams. But, you know, yeah, there's some shit lined up that you're fucked. It's going to be some real world fucking accountability and repercussions. You're going to fucking be apologizing by the end of this, dude.
These people are, and I'm not saying these specific people, but the people involved in this, which is very likely JDA's crew, very likely these individuals.
JDA is not involved.
And are getting desperate.
You know what I'm saying?
Are going around striking Comicsgate channels and striking anti-Comicsgate channels. And that's how I can sort of tell who this crowd is and why I'm looking to the JDA space. Because you'll find that the people that are being targeted are the people that are critical of Mr. Della Rose rather than any sort of Comicsgate, anti-Comicsgate alliance. They're willing to take out Raptor.
Yeah, I don't care. This is all irrelevant.
Talking shit about him.
It's all been proven not true. He's just ranting about shit he doesn't know about.
Are not CG voices. They're people that have been part of the community and have spoken out about it. They're a little disenfranchised, but they too are weathering hits. Other creators are taking hits. You know, people that are bold in speaking out against the bullshit are the ones getting hit. On top of that, I think it was Andy Smith, if I'm not mistaken, just recently got hit. Art Bear had a stream taken down. This is quite serious, you know. But
it has nothing to do with
a lot of anybody. These guys that are saying that I betrayed them. It's probably funny and enjoyable and good content rather than a violation of everything that we've been fighting for since 2017. Which brings me to the situation with Matthew Barr, who has, you know, repeatedly antagonized, harassed, stalked members of Comicsgate, myself.
Hold on. Now it's getting good, guys. Now it's getting good. Do, 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 do. It's gonna get good. You ready? Now, up to this, I don't think I've heard this stuff. What do you think he's gonna say? What do you think this guy who bows down to the crown is gonna say to a proud American on the 4th of July? What do you think my fucking reply to any of this fucking baboon's comments are going to be on the 4th of July? Whoa, 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 whoa. Before I puff pass on the gitchy, what's the deal, Batsy? Happy Independence Day. Thank you so much. Wonderful Batsy Bell. Thank you so much. Hello, chat. Hail, chat. Happy Independence Day. Dude, $10, what are you doing? I love Met Bar. I love Met Bar. Get a life, Liam. Happy 4th, bud. No doubt, dog. No doubt. I'm always surprised when you guys send me super chats because you don't have to. I mean, I'm not complaining. I've got something that I know I want to spend money on now. I was talking to somebody last night, and I got something that I want to make. I want to make some money on. So I'm going to do a commission or two, and then I'm going to do something that is going to, dude, diabolical. It's like just pushing a normal person, a normal creative person who just wants to draw. Like, you fuck with him, and then suddenly he's being creative and fucking with you back. And that's kind of what's happened with Liam. Kind of opened up the Pandora box with me. I don't think he was ready for me. Remember when he ran off the internet? Okay. Looks like it's gonna get serious. She said my full name.
Gone after family members, acted completely without honor or any form of integrity. Treacherous, traitorous man, vile individual. He
Treacherous? Who am I a traitor to? Treacherous. Who am I a traitor to? You know? Who am I a traitor to? Ooh.
he showed my artwork after being told not to do so, after being informed not to do so on his channel. The current
I already showed it, and then he was like, "Hey, don't tell you." It's like, "Hey, I show like a few minutes at the very end. I don't even realize I'm showing it. I thought, we were just talking about food or whatever. Who gives a fuck? Like, it looks like Godzilla. A, it looks like Godzilla. B, there's no impact on the market by me showing it. C, he was already showing somebody else's artwork in his own EFAP and didn't have permission. And I'm not only blocked on YouTube, but I'm blocked on Twitter. Right? So there's like, how are you fucking contacting me after I upload it? How are you contacting me if it's all been if you have me blocked? That's fucking up to you to fucking reach out to me. Especially if you have my email address. If you really want to fucking contact me and you have me all blocked all over the place, you just email me. I have a website. There's an email. You have the ability to contact me through my website. You could have emailed me there. You dumb. You could have fucking unblocked me on Twitter and sent me a DM and said, "Hey, you fucking piece of shit. You're showing my artwork at the end of your stream." I would have probably have removed it. But that's not the real problem, is it? What a fucking goofy little liar. Twisting piece of shit.
Our consensus with people is that merely speaking over any piece of art or anything in that regard is transformative and therefore protected by fair use. This is not actually the case. My attorney has spoken to me about this at length now, and no.
Yeah, well, I guess that's why you deleted all of your videos, because you did that with me. Several times you EFAT my stuff. Several times you EFAT my artwork. Several times you looked at my artwork and talked about it. Not only that, on several occasions you pulled up and EFAP'd Ethan. Ethan was EFAPing and releasing DMs that had unreleased artwork. That's between me and him, not you. So you're showing unreleased artwork from fucking corporations. So who are you to talk at all about me showing your stupid Godzilla drawing for fucking 4 minutes at the end of my stream? That nobody made a comment on. Oh, people seem to think there's a commenting, or I didn't even fucking pay attention, dude. I just stopped the stream because I was getting bored and hungry.
It needs to be transformative content. It is there to protect, review, and critique. It's not there so that you can sit there and call someone a bundle of sticks with their art planted firmly on your screen without ever commenting on it, without any transformation to the artwork, without any sort of
I didn't even realize that it is. All right, you ready? It looked like fucking Godzilla bullshit. First fucking glance, it looks like Godzilla bullshit. Yeah, it looks really good. It looks like an amazing Asian kid fucking did that for you, and it looks like Godzilla. So fuck you.
No one's entitled to the fruits of anyone else's labor. We're not communists, last time I checked. So I have been told that
It's funny you say
now,
communist while
Matt
you're
has
streaming and
filed a
turning
counterclaim.
Mike Mark,
So we will
Commie
be
Mark
pursuing
shit
this in court of
into
law.
content.
I will be using the money that I was saving to spend on the new studio, which I sort of would have preferred to do if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. I'm going to be doing that to pursue legal action in this regard because at no point in the video did he offer any sort of transformational commentary on the artwork that he featured. And I do not wish to be associated with Matthew Barr. In fact, I believe that his goal was to defame, discredit, and malign me in the video, which was titled Sexpest Liam Gray, like many other videos on his stream.
Yeah, I do. I put Sexpest. So my video was EFAPing Liam talking shit about me and my involvement with Commie Mark's stream. He's watching somebody else's stream, and every time he hears my name, or every time somebody sends him a chat with my name in it, he starts talking crazy shit about my involvement and how I was involved. So I'm watching both of them explaining my involvement. That's the transformative. I'm transforming your bullshit into truth. I'm explaining your fucking mumble brain, smooth headed shit and turning it into what actually happened and what my actual involvement is, because you have fucking Matt Barr derangement syndrome. And yeah, you are a sex pest. We've already discussed that. I don't need to go over that again. So please. He was gonna look at this fucking chin, dude. Look at this fat fucking head. He was gonna go build something. Now he's gonna go spend it on legal. Sure, all right. Sounds good. Come to Georgia. Come to Georgia and sue me. And then I'm gonna sue you for defamation with the criminal fraud. You've said criminal fraud on multiple occasions. You said it on Ethan's stream. You explained what you thought was going on Ethan's stream. You better start fucking getting your receipts now. You better start getting your receipts now, dude. Because you're going to get countersued hard. And that $6 million fucking farm that your family is letting you live on, you could say goodbye to that. So why don't you just shut the fuck up? Because you won't win. I'm calling your bluff. I'm calling your bluff. You want to come and you want to sue me for showing a piece of artwork that somebody else did, and you'll say, I think I did it. That'll be the next thing. You'll say, I did that piece of artwork, and I'll say, Your Honor, I don't believe he did. I'd like to see him do it right here in court. And you go, I can do it, and then you go ahead and do it. You'll fuck that up. You won't be able to redraw it in court. You won't be able to redraw it. So that'll be a fucking lie. So then it'll be like, well, where did you get it from? Did you have an agreement with that person? Are you showing it? How many times have you shown that artwork? And then we'll go into the countersuit for defamation. And we'll show all the various clips, all the various fucking tweets where you've talked about me committing criminal fraud. And then everything else will be fucking irrelevant. You'll start talking about Mike Miller. That's irrelevant. You'll start talking about fucking Etsy boys. Irrelevant. War campaign. Irrelevant. It'll come down to you just like making up shit and not having proof. So please. I don't know why. I don't know what kind of bit you're doing. You've already like cost me money by striking my channel. Everybody's fucking scared. Ethan thinks it's okay because he's scared you're going to strike him. Dark Gift is terrified you're going to strike him. And now you're trying to sue. You're trying to accuse. What is it? You're trying to threaten me with litigation? Pfft. Get fucked, dude. Happy 4th of July. Fuck you. You're out of your mind. All you had to do was come back into Comicsgate and shut your fucking mouth and make your books. Nobody asked you to fucking help them. You haven't done anything to show that you could help anybody if you can't help yourself. You lied. The only reason you got kicked out of War Campaign because you kept lying, dude. They were all in there trying to help you. They were all in there defending you. And when I was in War Campaign, when I was in the same Discord with you, dude, they saw. I was like, all right, if he's in, good way to start. This would be a good like olive branch. Nope. You kept pushing back, and then you lied about it. And they were catching you in lies in real time. And it's fucking true, dude. So you fucking bounced. It's bullshit. And now you want to fucking threaten litigation? I was gonna build such and such, but now I'm gonna spend it all on Matt Barr. Like what? Just shut the fuck up, dude. Take whatever fucking money you're talking about, build your fucking little shack, or put it towards the next comic book. You dumb. How annoying, man.
Asked him to remove the criminal accusations that he has on his channel, and he has not done so.
I didn't say they're criminal. What? I never said anything criminal. See what I'm saying? That's another lie. Criminal. He needs to remove everything that I said that was criminal. I mean, other than you saying that I committed criminal fraud, right? You were committing defamation on the regular. Am I going to take all those accusations? No, because you haven't showed receipts. You continue to accuse me of that shit and don't have receipts. You've continued to try to fuck with my reputation within a sector of the internet and independent comics that reputations are everything, and you're trying to fuck with it. It's a crowdfunding group, and you're trying to say that I fucked with somebody's crowdfunding. It's unacceptable, and you have no receipts, and you've been just spreading that lie for fucking years with no receipts. It's tiring, dude. It's really fucking tiring.
Down. So I guess now we find out where we are, which brings me back to betrayal.
What betrayal?
I feel betrayed by a great many people that claim that they were my friends, who've stood by.
Has nothing to do with me.
I feel betrayed by people who can actively.
Crybaby, look at Liam. He's going to talk about being a victim.
My pets harmed, innocent animals physically harmed.
Don't know anything about that.
Bills. People who can look at the damage to my home, look at the damage to my life, and then actively.
That has nothing to do with me. So he's like lashing out. Like all this bad shit is happening to him, and so he's going to lash out. Like I know he's going to like. Let's imagine. Let's go to the people's court. Imagine Liam just standing there with his ill-fitted suit talking to the judge about all this fucking crazy shit. Right? And it's going to constantly be objection. Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, relevancy. You know, objection, relevancy. Yeah, sustained. And you're going to have to keep shutting the fuck up about fears and your shit getting hacked and people not liking you anymore. Like that doesn't have anything to do with me. It has nothing fucking to do with me.
You turn the other way and say he's making it up, he's lying, it's not happening, and then praise the people that they know are involved. I think that it is and beyond any sort of reason. Expecting me to sustain abuse and attack and waive my rights as a creator was never something that I agreed to when I joined Comicsgate. And
none of this has to happen. All you have to do is just not lie and talk shit. It's that simple. Like it's like, are you like? I'm not sure the memory of this dude, but it's very simple to just totally track back to like you showing up to Comicsgate, you lying about me asking you why you lied, you denying it, you not showing any fucking receipts. Then you starting to talk about my book not being finished. Then you start talking about ownership. Then you start talking about doing your own book, and then it goes. It's like this whole thing of just like, well, if I can't get Matt Barr on this, let me get him on that. If I can get him on that, let me get him on this. If I can't get him on that, let me get him on that. You know what I mean? It's just like this whole thing, and now he's like crying, right? He's completely fucking felted. There's no more moves left. There's no more moves other than like, now I'm going to start striking you, which is what he's doing, and he's justifying it.
Where they believe that they are righteous in doing so because I am now on Comicsgate Kings or not.
Nothing
It
to do with
changes
it.
nothing about the fact that the reality is, you know, they're the ones now doing it. These people saying, Liam, if you do this, bad things are going to happen to you. And then they are the ones enforcing those bad things. These things wouldn't happen without them.
No clue what you're talking
You know,
about.
that seems like coercion and intimidation
Again,
to me.
it's more of like Liam is able to just make up shit. He's vague on who's doing it, so he doesn't have to answer to whoever he's talking shit about. That's a tactic of his. Let me just talk some shit for a while. Let me rant for a little while. No names, and then I can just like get really crazy, then defend myself and talk some good shit about me, but never actually addressing the person so that they can't address him. See, whenever he like names out the person, he gets fucked because it ends up fucking falling apart. If he keeps his fucking accusations and his fucking delusions vague, they're able to like hold up. But as soon as he like starts talking shit about me, it fucking falls apart. Every time he talks about Irene and what she did, it falls apart because none of it is true. You know, the list goes on and on. Camel Moon, I mean, it's just. And then before that, you know what I mean? It's like, if I wasn't here, he would still be a fucking nut job. That's why he melted down before. I wasn't around before. I was doing shit that Liam claims he does. Right? So I was doing shit that he claims he does while he was doing blood sports and like not helping anybody, just melting fucking down. Not helping anybody. Allowing like on his show was the one where Malin's crying because that dude liked a tweet. The USA Cyborg creator liked a tweet, and Malin fucking lost his mind, and Liam set that up.
That seems like manipulation rather than concern, rather than a desire to see me do well, something that like a friend or a fan would wish on you. That seems like tortious interference, which used to have a meaning, you know. But this has been a serious ongoing matter, and I guess now we have to pursue it in court and see how it goes. So I'll be stuck in my crappy little studio a bit longer, but you know, Mr. Barr thinks it is within his legal right to take my artwork unedited, unchanged, and display it on his live streams.
I counterclaimed.
If it was, copyright law would not exist at all. He didn't alter it. He didn't change it. He made no commentary on it. He merely showed it and then abused me and defamed me for the duration that my art was live on his stream. So
that's not true.
Showing in court of law.
Yeah, we'll see what's happening in court of law. Actually, when we were when that clip was on, because that, you know, he has like so many days to do something, so he has to hustle his little bustle to get some shit done and shit going on in Georgia to come against me, and I don't see that happening. But you know, when we were talking about that video, or when we were that art was on there, we were talking about food. So at least when that portion, which we'll show, you know, in court when the time comes, when that artwork came up, we didn't mention it at all. We didn't talk, you know, disparagingly about it. We didn't say don't buy this artwork. We didn't say anything like that. It has no effect on the market. It has no effect on the bottom line for that piece of art. And also, I would argue that you know, any layman would look at that artwork and see it as Godzilla and not as connected to any known IP. Right. And then they would be like, well, it's part of Dino King. And then that's when we'll pull up some of the Dino King DVDs that already exist in America. And, you know, his shit's going to fucking crumble there. So I would just stay and fix your fucking shit.
As to everyone that feels betrayed by me, you know, I think that I've offered an incredible amount of grace even after I was on Kings, and everyone kept saying, Liam, you won't be allowed to go on Raptors stream anymore. You won't be able to go wherever you want. You'll have to
Nobody
do what
said
they
that.
say. They'll have to control you. I
Nobody
continue to
said that.
prove that was false, that was a narrative. I continue to go to those places and be social and polite. And when I was there, I was met with hostility. I was met with negativity. And it really felt like trying to sort of get along with people who ultimately wished well, they didn't like you. It felt uncomfortable, but I continued to try to do it to get along with these people and try and show that I cared about their voice, that I cared about what they said, and I that I was trying to pull Comicsgate back together in a way that we could all be happy. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the way that's accomplished is you stay out of other people's business. It's one thing to talk about something, to cover something. It's another thing to endlessly trash someone for hours each day, every single day, to steal from them, to go after their family. It's not on.
He's literally calling out everything.
Tactics. I don't care who's using them. I've said as much. One of the things that happened recently that, for instance, is using them. I've said as much. Family. It's not on. Trying to sort of get along with people who ultimately wished well, they didn't like you. It felt uncomfortable, but I.
You know what I mean? Like, you're like literally calling on my shit. People are wanting me to get along and be nice with Riley. Come on, yeah, man. He's just threatening you, but it's all just kayfabe. So get along with him while he talks about raping you. It felt extremely.
Continue to try to do it to get along with these people and try and show that I cared about their voice, that I cared about what they said, and I was trying to pull Comicsgate back together in a way that we could all be happy. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the way that's accomplished is you stay out of other people's business. It's one thing to talk about something, to cover something. It's another thing to endlessly trash someone for hours each day, every single day, to steal from them, to go after their family. It's not.
I don't know what he's talking about. Is he talking about Ethan going after Eric for hours? To fuck with other people's work, to fuck with other people's business. Is it fair for you to go around telling people that I fucked with somebody else's business without any receipts? Like, I'm not going to muddy the waters. Like, all this shit comes down to, and people going after people's families. Like, dude, they were going after my family. You were going after my wife, dude. So don't even fucking start. Don't even fucking start, you dummy. It's like crying about shit because oh my God, I don't even know what you would call that. You're getting upset that people are doing shit because you've already done it.
I don't agree with those tactics. I don't care who's using them. I've said as much. One of the things that happened recently that, for instance, that everyone was like, Liam, how could you traitor? Which I didn't know about until I only recently found out was that Ethan showed a photo of Panboy's mother during Mother's Day. I don't agree with that. I don't think he should have done that. But I also have no ability to control his social media or tell him what to do. I can just say, yo, don't think that's cool. I wouldn't do that. Don't do that again, man. But at the end of the day.
Yeah. You want to talk about a fucking piece of shit animal? Talk about Ethan. Ethan goes after wives and mothers. Just out of the fucking blue, be like, "Oh yeah, well, happy Mother's Day. Here's your mom." Like, fuck, man. Dirtworm.
Hey, what can I do? At the end of the day, I ultimately control what comes on this channel, and I don't gain anything by fighting with Ethan. Now, people say, "Oh, but Pan is your friend." Yes, Pan was my friend, but I find now, I'm a little bit. If this is, I'm going to be honest, I'm a little bit hurt over things, because I've been loyal and friendly with War Campaign despite, everything that everyone said, because they were kind to me and they supported me and they helped promote Xenotype when I was up and coming, and I try and repay kindness with kindness. But I've been on the receiving end now of a load of bullshit, a load of crap.
Because you're a liar now,
makes it hard for me to sort of,
They tried to give you a chance. They talked me into giving you a chance, and you fucking blew it. Like Robert De Niro in Copland. You fucking blew it. You deaf fuck, you blew it.
Get through. And when I am sitting there with my on the phone with my attorney, and he brings up the screen on our Zoom call, and Pan and Raptor Jesus are sitting there on stream with Matt Barr. I haven't watched them, but they're sitting there on a stream with Matt Barr. I think, well, some friends, were these people really my
Because I don't
friends, or
lie
am I
about
just being
shit,
chaos? I
dude.
don't
If
know
I
anymore.
say
Now,
stuff, I have receipts, or I don't say it.
I feel hurt. I'm trying to sort of stick with
They
things
see through your bullshit,
and try
dude.
and figure
Both
my
of them,
way through them.
both of them
But I'm not
backed
in
you
charge of
until the
anyone
very end,
else's
dude.
relationships. I'm not in charge of what anyone else says or does. And I don't want to see comics get destroyed. I put years and years of my life into this. This is my movement. This is something that I wanted to see positively bring change to the industry. And I'm just starting to feel like I fit in and I've got somewhere.
Your movement. Fuck you and your manga. That was like the whole thing. It was like, yo, American comics. What's going on with American comics? We're buying American comics and they're getting fucking weird, and manga is trying to fucking take over the fucking readers from the mainstream because the mainstream is fucking up, so it's allowing manga to show up. And what are you doing? You're just doing fucking copycat manga bullshit, dude. Racial cultural appropriationist is all you are. Like, you're not just a sex pest. You're also like you're just a thief. You just steal other people's fucking styles and their whole shit and then try to push it off like it's Comicsgate. I hate your fucking fake ass manga, dude.
Where I can have a good time and laugh. And I don't want to be treated like an outcast and shunned and have to take abuse from random people my whole life.
Then don't lie and don't strike people's shit, you dummy.
It is hurtful to feel that everyone thinks that I betrayed them when all I've done is said, hey, thank you for the support. I appreciate it, and continue to do my best to weather the storm. I've enjoyed.
Well, I don't know. Do you think the betrayal that everybody is feeling about Liam is everybody giving Liam a second chance? Liam, he was striking channels. He was melting down. And he had to fucking bow out, he bounced. He disappeared for a little while. People were pissed off. He came back. People started giving him a second chance. That's not him. That's not what he does anymore. He's not going to strike anybody's channel. He's not going to try to cancel anybody or fuck with their revenue. And then you do it. So yeah, there's a little bit of like a, damn, dude. We thought you were done. Like, that was 4 years ago, and then now you're doing it again. So yeah, there is a little bit of like letdown. You can call it betrayal if you want to be a fucking manga writer. If you want to be a gay ass manga writer, then you can call it betrayal. But it's just, people giving you a second chance and you just like doing it again with no receipts to back up anything you're saying. So you like do some crazy shit with no reasoning behind it. None that anybody could fucking get behind. Yeah, why did you strike Matt Barr's channel? Oh, well, he Edwin struck Katie Did's channel, and the Comicsgate Commando, they got struck, so I decided to start a strike war, and I struck Matt Barr's channel. Why? Well, he's been picking on me. Why has he been picking on you? Because I said he committed criminal fraud and he's demanding I show receipts for it. Oh, okay. Now he's going to threaten. Now he's threatening to sue me, which,
being hated by everyone.
Threats of litigation also carry some consequences
really
as well.
Had a really good, fun time. And just, it's difficult because, like, where does the line between personal and professional sort of come? But when you see guys like Raptor Jesus who are out there actively being malicious, actively misrepresenting things, you have to remember that this guy repeatedly made.
Like, you're not going to be able to talk about that when you sue me. Like, nobody's going to give a fuck who Raptor is. Like, they're going to be like, is he in this court? Are you suing him? Are you suing him as well? Do you know who he is? No? Okay, well, then you can't talk about him. Dude, you're going to fucking melt down in court. So I've been to court a couple times. You know, your side decided to dig up my fucking court papers and read them online. That's how fucking weird SJW fucking kooks you are. So you saw, I have no problem with sitting in court. I have no problem with waiting for my day. So when we were sitting there in court, my lawyer is going to definitely raise his hand with an objection when you start talking about other people who aren't included in the lawsuit and who aren't present. And that includes Raptor, Yellow Flash, all these other people. It's all going to come down. You're going to have to unrelease your videos, all the ones that you deleted, because I didn't delete mine. So I'm going to have my videos where I'm EFAPing your insane shit. I'll have those in court. And then it'll come down to your defamation of me and your attempt to discredit me and my professional reputation. It's like, maybe I wouldn't be such a hothead if you weren't a liar. You know what I'm saying? You ever think of that?
Assertions that I was dishonest, tried to pull more information out of me about things that were involved in legal matters that I was asked by law enforcement not to speak on. Repeatedly said I don't want to talk about it. But, in an effort to sort of prove my honesty to him, because, I'd known them. He used to be one of my moderators, I was like, okay, I'll do this. I went, I humiliated myself at the police station. There is audio and video of a police officer standing there on my channel telling you that what's been going on is real. They say that's not good enough. That's not sufficient. Okay. Saying that I've got nothing to prove to anyone, and still they say it's not sufficient. Okay, well, then don't talk to me about it then. Don't bring it up. You want a betrayal? That's a betrayal. Making me feel like an idiot, not talking about the issues at hand, what's going on, the danger, the potential danger to my family, the potential danger to my animals, potential danger to my wife, completely disregarded as any sort of issue. The swatting, the constant ambulance calls, they do this knowing, and they'll actively say there is
I have nothing to do with that.
Gay up against you, Liam. There is nothing, when they know there is. I know there is.
I don't know that. I have no clue about any of that shit. And it's going to be interesting to try to prove that I know anything about that shit. I haven't seen anybody swat you. I haven't seen any photos of police cars. I haven't seen any of that shit. So you're like saying that I'm supposed to have like known about this and I'm involved in this cabal? Good luck fucking trying to prove that in court.
They've seen it. They know how these guys operate. They know what Delarose is about. They know how it works.
Oh, it's Delarose. You fucking see me hanging out with Delarose?
Now, the strike wars are happening, and these people are going, it's just AI bots, bro. It's just AI bots, but it's not AI bots. You've got Edwin running around boasting about it. You have Smiller on social media adding YouTube, trying to get my channel struck multiple times, get my channel pulled multiple times. You have Niobe running around doing his gay ops, and you have a whole bunch of other people running around doing gay ops. It's not all about the guns. Not everything is being struck about the guns.
So far, you haven't mentioned my name, so it's like, what the fuck do I have to do with this? Like, he's just like, okay, you steal my shit, but I'm also just gonna start a fucking war. Like, why don't you go to these other people? Fucking strike Raptor shit if you're feeling uppity.
But rather than try and have any sort of understanding of that, they're instead trying to deflect and paint it like, oh, you guys are dumb. Comicsgate's all the victim. No. And that makes me think, are you involved?
What?
And if you're thinking like, well, no, of course not, Liam. It's like, well, why would I think otherwise? Because this is starting to feel a little bit like deflection.
Why would you think otherwise? Because maybe that's what's actually going on is the AI algorithms. And maybe that fucking guy, Peter, is jumping to conclusions and he didn't show any of the receipts for what was going on. Lord Raptor did. Like, there's no real fucking cabal. Like when Edwin admits, like, yeah, they were talking shit, and I struck the channel. Oh my god, look at that face.
Starting to feel like deflection. I'm thinking that these people realize that the gig is up. That with the suburbs,
gig?
As it's called, there's no more control circuit, there's no more control mechanism, and they're screaming to an increasingly shrinking audience of people that. I mean, it's hard to give
the
a
mental
fuck about
institute is
wrong
kicking
7 years
in
ago every single fucking day. It's not like these are new jokes coming in, new material. the 47,000th Evapalium probably is going to start to grind on some people eventually.
No, it's
so
all
why they're
right.
running around
The
now saying,
EFAPing you is fine. You talking about suing me, like, I'll give you a watch for that. But normally, like, you're fucking stupid. Nobody cares.
this is nothing. This is just the AI, bro. This is just the AI. Is it now? Well, I've seen no evidence of that. And my strike against
I think Raptor showed that. Raptor showed evidence. So unlike you, Raptor showed receipts.
My copyright strike is about my artwork being stolen and used without permission. If someone has me on stream and they're promoting my work, I'm fine with them to show my stuff. If they're showing stuff from my campaign pages or anything like that, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But you don't have the right to take things from my videos, from my Patreon, from these other places, and then publicly broadcast them while deriding me and insulting me and attacking me without making any form of effort to make the content commentary on the artwork or piece you're depicting. I am a artist. I'm a creator. My rights are my own. And frankly, I'd never agreed to play by your gay internet rules. I did for a long time, and look at what it got me. All these people that say I betrayed people.
Look at his fat head. Look at his fat round
face.
I
followed everyone else's instructions. I ended up in a mental institution, nearly dead. I planned out my whole fucking death. I would be dead.
That's not my problem, dude. Why did you tell people I committed fucking criminal fraud? Why are you telling people I fucking impersonated Vinny?
Dead right now, if not for a couple of people. Like, my life would be over. My daughter would be fatherless.
I didn't have anything to do with that.
That's what I get.
You know who that was?
Wisdom and advice.
JDA and
fucking know the internet so much better, right? All the people that are looking out, we're looking out for you, Liam. Are you? You're the ones attacking. You're the one endorsing and supporting people, saying they're doing God's with you. Go take it up with them. It's not my fault. I was an observer. I had no choice in it. I had no call. Not that I would have gone to his defense anyway. But he doesn't have a right to just steal and show anyone else's artwork. Technically, I own that. So, yeah, there we go. That's how I feel betrayed. I feel betrayed that other people feel betrayed. I don't know that there's any way to really reconcile and sort things out. Like, I mean, you have to remember that, like, the whole big debacle with Slime, which, no one's ever released any sort of audio or evidence of me claiming that I was the author of that, by the way. They keep trying to get me with that one. I said, I don't want to talk about the that entire thing was because Smiller and Dark Gift were asking questions. And I said,
bring that up.
Why are you digging around? And then immediately I went to sleep. I woke up the very next day. What are they doing? They're trying to slam me. They're trying to cause problems. Well, I was fucking glad I didn't give you what I really work on. I'd be fucked. It caused me all sorts of grief. They tried anyway. That was pretty stressful for a couple of days. Complaining fuck. But fortunately, these guys are so unhinged and unbalanced. All these people, all the people involved, bar all of these.
How is Dark Gift and Smiller unhinged when you're making up these insane scenarios and I don't know what else you would call them, these fucking insane situations where you're lying to them about a job that you did, about a book that you did, just to see if they wouldn't tell anybody about it. And then when they mention it, because it's a pretty big thing, when they mention it, you call them unhinged. Like, that's your go-to word, is unhinged. Anybody who's like calling you out on your bullshit is quote unquote unhinged.
That my editor looked at it and went, "What the fuck is this, Liam?" And I literally was able to say to him, "Yeah, it's crazy. So I've never seen anything like this. It's manic." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's loons." They're loons. He laughed at me about it. We had a 2-hour conversation. My wife's like, "What are you in such good spirits?" I was like, "I was worried for nothing. I forgot that the rest of the world can see what these people are." You know what I mean? Like, you can't discredit me when you're fucking a raving lunatic. So, like, yeah, that's basically how I feel about things. And it's like, look, I want to be friendly and get along with folks, but I also want people to understand that.
So why lie?
The Comicsgate is like the Outback and the Max. It is to you what you make it. If you're going to be angry and frustrated and pissed off every single day, you're going to do the John Longbox thing and try and battle people that have no.
Is fucking Comicsgate like fucking Mad Max? Well, then every time you fucking cry out to me, I show up and I beat the shit out of you and I leave you in the dirt and then drive away laughing. And then you get up and you dust yourself off and then you start crying again. And now you're crying and you're fucking holding on to the leg of fucking Ethan Van Sciver crying about how people are hurting you and how you've hit the limit. Sounds like you're just not built for this. Sounds like you're not built for lying for long periods of time, apparently. It just takes the toll on you. You should learn to just be honest. It's too late for this, dude. You're fucking done. Especially with like trying to with the striking me. Like you're just fucking you're DED, dude. You're fucking I'm done with you after this.
Battle with you. If you're going to do the Matt Barr thing and like endlessly fight and steal and accuse and besiege people with unwanted content.
I'm stealing. So now he's adding it to this that I'm stealing because I had his fucking drawing on my stream. Like he hasn't had mine. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like the time that I was drawing him, he was EFAPing me drawing. So that's my content that he's stealing. You didn't ask me to fucking to do that.
Contact. If you're going to do the like worm man thing, like John Delarose, and go out and run elaborate gay ops and post false news stories and make fraudulent and libelous claims against people, then on social media, and in the press as well, you're probably not going to have a good time here. If you focus on things that
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. If you're going to do this and do that and do this, all this shit that I have no idea what you're fucking talking about, fuck you. Happy 4th of July. Go fuck yourself. You fucking little liar. Like, I am just one of the many people that you fucking lie about and talk shit about. You have no receipts. And now you want to get real world with it. You are extremely unhinged right now, dude. And I'm calling your bluff, fat boy.
You want to change that ultimately none of us have any ability to change, or trying to tear down Comicsgate, you're probably not going to have a good time here. Probably not going to help out. But if you look past that and focus on the people you do like, the things you do like, you put your energy in the right place, you probably have a pretty good time. The problem is there is.
Dude, I think Rock and Roll Ninja 2 will be out before fucking Wonder Island. Rock and Roll Ninja 2 will probably be out before fucking Dino King 2.
So there is a cabal of trolls whose goal is to do harm to the people in this space, to bully, to harangue, to harass. They're more interested in doing that than any sort of like networking. They want to control who you can and cannot talk to.
So this is the guy trying to shut me up,
man. And I don't.
So this is the guy threatening to nuke me.
Tell me who I can and cannot talk to, what I can and cannot say and think. I mean, it's one thing if you're a friend offering advice. It's one thing if you're willing to sit down and have a conversation.
See, it's like he's just listing off shit. He's like, is he talking about me? Like, I've never said that shit. He's talking about Matt Barr, and then he starts talking about a bunch of crazy other shit, and it's like, well, I definitely don't know what he's talking about. Or is he back to just like vaguely accusing everybody of shit?
Anyone's enemy. But I also am not going to be anyone's punching bag, and I'm not going to be told that I need to be to do business in the comic book space. I think that is the very bullshit we are fighting against. Bullies, cry bullies who claim they're a victim when they're the ones going out causing.
That's you. That's you right there. Cry bullies going out causing trouble. That's what you're doing, dude. You're a cry bully. You're out here. You're crying about shit, and you're doing some bully shit, dude. You're attacking my fucking stream. You're making up lies.
The trouble, causing the attacks, like if you look at my timeline, and I encourage you to, if you look at my timeline on Twitter, if you look on my videos, which I could go through and I could show on live, I might do after I check the chat, you'll see that every single video and comment that I've done on Barr or these other people is a reaction to things said.
That's a fucking lie. He's deleted or hid all of his shit. Unhide your shit, dude. Unhide all of your shit. Fucking coward. You're like, dude, it's wild, man, to be like acting like nobody saw any of the shit you've been doing for the last 2 years. It's all reactionary. Yeah, it is reactionary. It's reactionary to you lying. It's reactionary to you showing up with no fucking receipts at all. And somebody reasonably reacting. And instead of you just fucking shutting the fuck up, you decide to keep doubling and tripling down and losing.
and accused me of things and attacks on me. I don't EFAP their videos, with the exception of the recent Comic Mark video, which was about a closed campaign, which is big news. And I tried to make transformative and make topical, and I tried to bring on people from CGUK to
while
get a clear
fucking
view
shit
and
talking
idea of
me.
what's going on. Not to just like, I wasn't just like, if I wanted to like rip on Comic Mark for a couple of hours, I could have done that very differently. But my goal was to actually sort of gain an understanding of what was going on.
Nah, he was shit talking. You were shit talking him. He brought on people who was shit talking.
I thought was going to be one of the most successful intelligent.
He had some people that
IPs
were shit talking that were in there from a year ago.
Sort of petered out and didn't really happen, and the complexities behind it.
Yeah, so instead of just reading the campaign, he fucking watched it and made all kinds of assumptions, started talking about how Tommy Mark was a bastard who like betrayed him, called him all kinds of fucking names about fucking being, a letdown. Then every time my name got mentioned, he got shitty with that guy. Then when fucking Billy Basco was talking, he would get shitty with Billy and lie about their fucking interaction, even though Billy has already showed the fucking email. It's like, here's the email that he sent me. This is the reality of what happened. And like, Liam just keeps fucking lying about that one.
This is more than me just wanting to say that Comic Mark was a bundle of sticks or complain for fucking 3 hours that, about Ethan Van Sciver.
No, you were spurging out about me and making up weird shit. Now,
I know that people might say then what's a friend? If what's a friend? Well, a friend is someone to me who, you can trust, who you can talk to, who you can reason with, who shares your interests,
What, that has nothing to do with you lying about me.
But, if they're giving it to someone else back and forth, and they're not willing to stop and they don't want to stop, then who are you to step in between them? Not my place. I'll just step over here and do my thing and go, look, I'm happy over here. This is nice. This is comfortable. But yeah. So did not get into Comicsgate to be a punching bag. I'm not being a punching bag for all the people that say, I don't know. Look, in 2017,
it's so weird. He's like,
hey,
if you're not involved, hey, if I'm not involved in something, I'll step aside and look away. And it's like, what about me and Vinny? What if there was something? You would be involved or you wouldn't be involved? It's like Vinny has no problem with me. So it's like the only person who's like making up this shit is you, dude. I know I keep harping on the fucking criminal fraud thing, but it's like we really have to like hammer down the point of like all this shit is just him lying. All this shit goes back to him lying and then trying to worm away from that original lie. No receipts, so he just fucking went for something else, then went for something else, and he just kept fucking catching L's along the way. And now he's super upset and he's desperate. He's up against the wall. So he's just going to strike me. And now he's going to take me to court. And
then putting clips to it, attacking my manhood over it and stuff. Yeah, it's called forgiveness. I'm not going to cling on to bitter shit from 2017. I'm not. It's not how you're happy. It's not how you be successful. These people can't understand that. They can't get past their fucking anger at this guy. They want me to be a weapon against. They don't want me to be healthy. They don't want me to be happy. They want my family to do well. They want Liam Gray to exist as a weapon that they can use against.
No, I don't care about you, dude. I don't care about you like that.
It's like, I'm a person. I'm a person and a creator and a creative.
No, you're not.
I'm not a weapon for someone else to use as a cudgel against someone else. There's a gotcha for someone else because he was mean to me once or a few times on the internet. Like, yeah, it was fucking despicable. It was hurtful. But he was under false impressions about things. We'd had disagreements. I was not in my best state. I was not in the best way. I had people in my ear fucking making me crazy. And I want to forgive it. And I have. And I have. And you say, how can
I'm getting bored. See, dude, I can't even really watch his shit, unless he talks some shit.
Him do it? Well, a lot of prayer, a lot of thinking, a lot of mercy, a lot of grace, and a lot of hope. This is the honest answer. It'd be easy to just
mercy, grace, hope,
people out
while he strikes people, while he claims people are doing
I didn't betray anyone,
committing fraud.
I just forgave Ethan. I just forgave Ethan. He enjoyed my book. I said thank you.
Awesome. So he forgives Ethan, but is raging at me for something I didn't do.
Why do they need it to be beef?
He comes back into Comicsgate to forgive Ethan, but then claims that I committed criminal fraud with no receipts from anybody, no charges, nothing. Nobody's claiming this except for him. And this is all This is all a reaction to that. He doesn't want to start trouble, but he definitely wants to, defame somebody's reputation in Comicsgate. It's very fucking un-Comicsgate like, and he's in all the fucking back rooms talking shit. It's pathetic.
It's the same thing with Dark Gift. I'm not allowed to speak. I'll get his name tattooed on my tongue. I'm like, but it's like, I don't give a fuck, man. Like, when he's like dunking on me, he's like, oh, what about this? And, like making like, knows nothing about half the shit he's talking about, but he's got opinions about everything. He's like, oh, you this with your taxes. And I'm like, fucking no.
I don't care.
And all that
I don't care about what your taxes were.
They just ignored it. They just completely dismiss it. And it's like, okay, I'm like one guy. I'm one fucking guy. And I'm one guy with a whole bunch
of
people.
You look like two guys, fat ass.
Shit on the planet. The reality is I'm a lot more boring than that.
You're one guy eating for two.
I joined Comicsgate, to speak out against corruption in the mainstream. And what I'm seeing is just another form of corruption, but it's here in Comicsgate. People that are, outraged over other people's success, that are building whisper networks, they're building control circuits, they're trying to control who can come and go within the movement. They're trying to control who can and cannot make money. People that are upset at Ethan Van Sciver for being at top of the pile when they feel like it should be them. It's really gross to me.
Who's that?
They say Liam sold out for 50,000.
Like he gets to just like list off a bunch of dumb shit and then can't name off anybody. He's full of shit. Because if he names off anybody with any of this, he can get fucking checkmated.
$1,000. You sold out for $50,000, Liam. How'd I sell out? Because I forgave someone. Because I moved on over beef. Two guys shook hands and said, I'm sorry. The other guy said, I'm sorry. And we buried it. Now we get that laugh, talk about turkeys. Fucking, what's the problem? What's the problem?
I don't know. What's your gauge?
Should have I chose destitution and continued ongoing harassment and abuse without any form of a voice? Was that what you wanted? So that you could eventually pressure and push me into eventually killing myself again? Is that the right choice?
What the fuck? Like, I never tried to push you into self-deletion. That was Ethan. I wasn't even around here. I don't want that to happen. What an idiot. What a fucking, like, black and white fucking false out. Like, is it either this or is it either that? Do you want me to fucking be successful or do you want me to be dead? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I just want you to, like, stop lying about me. Do you want me to have a gold palace? Or do you want me to live in it, to be dead in a ditch with dogs eating my corpse? Is that what you want? Like, what the fuck kind of psycho shit is that, dude?
Totally on the fatherless, or maybe it's the advice that I always get from all of these people. Liam, you've got to get off the internet. Liam, we wouldn't EFAP you for 7 to 13 hours every day, blah, 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 if you just got off the internet.
7 to 13 hours every day?
You worry about yourself. And instead of, telling me, oh, you've got to
get off the internet, that's what we've got to do. Don't say you're going to fucking sue me, dum-dum.
We have to do it, Liam, because you just won't go. And how about you realize that you don't get to control what I do or what I say? And the Comicsgate gives me the power to do and say whatever I want. And that as a creator, I own my intellectual property. I own my work. We are not communists. You do not own it. When I say, hey, channels are being struck, instead of going, ha, fa, 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 these guys are so dumb, they always want to be victims. How about you ask anyone what the fuck is going on instead of looking like idiots? Because you look like fucking idiots.
So instead of asking what's going on, instead of asking what's going on, you didn't ask what's going on. You just struck my channel, shithead.
Like claiming that you can't, you can show any artwork you want at any point and just ignore copyright law like a fucking moron.
Nobody said that. I didn't say that.
Yeah, maybe if you're like talking about the Mona Lisa, you're like showing it here, like this is the Mona Lisa, and you're talking about the fucking
again, thing. It's straw man. That's a straw man fallacy.
There are laws for a reason. It's not free use isn't carte blanche to do whatever the fuck you please. You have to conduct yourself like you're in a civilized society. YouTube isn't the Wild West like everyone wants to pretend it is. It's the market square. You wouldn't walk down the street with your fucking dick out or all bound up in leather, right? Like fucking in fetish gear. So don't fucking.
I don't know why his stuff always has to go homosexual. It's very bizarre. Every time he starts talking about me, it gets real homosexual real quick.
Do it here in my space. Then expect to act like you're the victim when I say, get the fucking shit out of here. Don't post photos of my family. When I say this motherfucker's posting photos of my fucking kids, don't you dare say that motherfucker's doing God's work to my face. Expect me.
You know what I mean? Like he's talking about Matt Barr, but then talking about photos getting posted, which I don't know what he's talking about. I've never posted photos of his kids. So it's just like, what are you talking about, dude? So this will get shown. This will get shown in court because they'll be like, well, are you saying that it's that Matt Barr is the one showing the photos, or it's the other person? Because the transcript, you're talking about one person during this, and then he'll have to explain, because that's going to sound like defamation as well. Like if you just start saying my name, you start saying some crazy shit, and then you start adding some extra shit to it. Yeah, that's slander, you know.
You need to just take it and then act like you're fucking noble. You showed your fucking hand there. You showed your fucking hand there. You know, you're screaming about pedophiles and all this other shit, but you're cool with this motherfucker showing my fucking preteen kid. When she said she doesn't want the photos out there, they were not.
No clue what he's talking about.
You know, get fucked. You know, get fucked, all you scumbags. Why should I show him any mercy? You know, why should I show him any grace? Every single time I have, it's blown up in my face. So, let's see what the chat has to say. And,
never any mercy, nothing. This guy's a fucking nutball.
Should be, shouldn't it? I've got a super chat coming in from Arcading Comics. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Liam, I just picked up Alex Garland's hardcover Flash Gordon books. It's
Godzilla
NYC, the oldest comic shop in the city. I'll post. Hey, yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to know how it reads. I haven't read it. I would love to know what it's like. Okay, let's get up here through the chat and we'll work.
This is my artwork. You are not allowed to show this artwork, or I will strike you.
Hey, Tank, how you doing?
Any part of this stream has been transformed. I know a lot of people feel that way,
apparently, and I feel betrayed by them. Like, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, you guys feel hurt. Well, I feel hurt too by turning the other cheek or calling me a liar and demanding things from me. And then when I give it, saying it's never enough. It's never enough. It's never good enough.
He's never, see what I'm saying? He adds different things. They ask for receipts, and then I show them, and it's never enough. And it's like, we're not talking about your fucking police bullshit. I'm talking about the criminal fraud that you accuse me of and the fucking impersonation. Where's the receipts for that? You've never said anything about fucking showing them. Like, you know what I mean? You can't fucking be defending yourself for one thing and then calling out some other shit that I'm not fucking a part of. So that would be fucking objection, irrelevancy. Like, what does that have to do with what does that have to do with the criminal fraud?
Enough. It's never like, it's like you want me to go against what the police tell me to do. And
see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not part of that. This guy is completely unhinged.
It's never good enough what I give.
Liam, you are completely unhinged, dude. And I hope your wife gets control of the account so that you don't trying to come to New York, which I know you're not going to be able to come to New York. I know Interpol has you on a list. Your brother's already talked about that. The computer expert guy. He's the one who's talked about you not being able to travel to the States because of some of your actions. So good luck coming to America and suing me.
It's like I feel really, really disrespected by that. It's like, especially since a lot of people that are over there that are like, you know, like the voices, not like the people in the chat. Like a lot of the people that are over there have seen shit. They know what's going on. Like they know the extent of the vitriol and bullshit that's going on, and they just pretend that it hasn't happened. They deflect from it, or they try and make it out like, oh well, this would add credence to Comicsgate, therefore it can't be true, or we don't want Liam to actually get vindicated. We want him to be a punching bag, so we won't cover that, or we'll call him a liar. And it's like, you know, it's
easy to call you a liar.
I don't know how to reconcile with these.
It's easy to call you a liar when you don't have the receipts, at least for me. I don't know anything about the other shit. I don't give a fuck about your police records. But when it comes to accusing me of criminal fraud, you have no receipts and you haven't shown any.
People when they hold a massive grudge. And as I've said, there's one guy in the entire space that's kept his word to me. And that fucking... I've been keeping track, you know what I mean? There's one guy that has kept his fucking word, you know? And
yeah, that's not creepy,
we don't have to agree on everything, but at least I keeping track. That. I can't be loyal to people I don't respect, you know? I can't be their punching bag and say, thank you, you know, like fucking, no, that's not what we're doing. And we're not even fighting the right enemies.
Nobody wants you to be a punching
bag,
you
absence of enemies to fight, everyone turned on each other. And I've been trying to sort of direct people for a while. When I did the whole Strike Wars thing, it's very much was parody. It's very much like I am following through with what I'm doing, just so we're aware.
I'm not sure how it's parody. I'm not sure how it's parody when I'm getting struck. Like, where's the joke? Like, this is more unhinged shit. Like, he can't keep his personality together for more than a few hours. 1 minute he's fucking up, next minute he's down. 1 minute it's a joke, then he's striking my shit. I'm losing money, and it's like that he flops over and starts yelling at Dark Gift.
So I'm going to make it a storyline. It's a bit of kayfabe. My goal, my fundamental goal here was to try and get everyone to agree that striking was not acceptable.
By
the
striking
only way to do that, unfortunately, is to...
So going Kate, yo, you're a fucking piece of shit, dude. Yo, I'm glad I'm recording this. I'm glad I'm kayfabing this, dude, because when you sue me, dude, I'm going to fuck with you so hard, dude. I'm going to fucking sue you. If you fucking sue me, I'm going to counter sue you. You're fucking with my money. You're purposefully affecting my revenue with fucking kayfabe jokes, with strikes. So it has nothing to do with the art. It's all about you doing some sort of fucking performance piece. Yeah, you're gonna have to explain that to the fucking judge, bro. Yeah. Pack all your fucking shit on that fucking farm of yours because it's gonna be mine. Tell your family that you really fucked up. The people who actually own that fucking farm and house, you need to start explaining them what you're fucking doing right now. Because you're fucking doing that. Was that the torturous interference? That's what you're fucking doing. You're admitting to fucking getting involved in my streams and my own channel and preventing me from taking money. You've literally shown I have proof. I have physical proof of how much money I had on that stream in super chats because I had a goal going. I also have fucking proof of you fucking talking about it and admitting that you fucked with it as a fucking joke, as kayfabe. So fucking pack all your shit up, dude. Because that fucking farm's gonna be mine. All you have to do is fucking apologize and apologize for all your fucking lies. Apologize for your fucking lies about me fucking committing criminal fraud, all of it. No more fucking kayfabe. Be a fucking grown up. Be a goddamn man and just fucking apologize for your stupid shit. Because now you're getting fucking weird. And now now it's getting real world. So yeah, welcome to the big boy table now, dude. Please come sue me. I'll own that shit and fucking rent it back to you, dude. I'm telling you. You're literally talking about fucking with my money. You have no idea how much money that channel would have made in revenue. You have no idea how much money I had in super chats. It's now gone. Regardless, dude, the amount of time spent, you took that. So yeah, that's interference along with the fucking defamation.
Strike the aggressors. I'm going to start with the guy that's accusing me of sexual crimes. I'm going to start with the guy that is unhinged, that will go to any limits and goes at people's wives. Like, I'm going to
I've never fucking accused him of sexual crime. Never said he raped anybody. Never said he did anything. I call him a fucking sex pest because he's an employer who's trying to start sexual relationships with his employees. I don't think that's a crime, but that's definitely a sex pest. That's definitely sexual misconduct. I don't care how you chop it up. That's sexual misconduct. You start telling somebody that you're good at sex and have lots of money and you don't know why. That's fucking, yeah, dude, that's sexual misconduct. Ethan agrees. Everybody would agree. But I'm the aggressor. You make up shit. I react, but I'm the aggressor.
Take away Matt's voice, just going to wipe him off the internet. I told him to stay away from me. He wouldn't do it. So he can't steal my work. He can't accuse me of stuff.
He's going to wipe me off. So kayfabe is taking me off the internet. He's going to try to wipe me off the internet.
My goal, my fundamental goal here was to try and get everyone to agree that striking was not acceptable. The only way to do that, unfortunately, is to strike the aggressors. I'm going to start with the guy that's accusing me of sexual crimes. I'm going to start with the guy that is unhinged, that will go to any limits and goes at people's wives. Like, I'm going to take away Matt's voice, just going to wipe him off the internet. I told him to stay away from me. He wouldn't do it. So he can't steal my work. He can't accuse me of stuff.
Again, man, you talk shit about my wife, and I'm going to talk shit about yours. I don't give a fuck. If you're publicly talking shit about my wife, I'm going to talk shit about yours. Ethan wants to talk shit about people's wives. Ethan wants to talk shit about fucking Gary's wife. Ethan wants to talk shit about Eric's, Dan's, PTP's, mine. then don't be surprised when somebody starts joking about fucking sticking a microphone in front of an eggplant and calling it an interview with Andrea Van Sciver. Like, what the fuck? Like, you spend months in front of thousands of people fucking bad mouthing me medically, making up shit, talking about my wife being involved, and then you're like gonna start acting like a victim when I start clapping back? The fuck out of here. See, this fucking fake victim shit is just buck wild, man. It's like, if you don't want to have your fucking shit talked about, then don't talk about other people's.
I'm going to routinely just keep hitting him and spend as much money as I need to until he is gone. I just don't care, right, anymore.
Okay.
So that's my friend. I'm not going to do multiple people at once. Like Lord Raptor Jesus going, we're back. I was like, no, if I struck you, Lord Raptor Jesus.
So he's going to spend money. So this is kayfabe, but he's going to spend money on trying to silence me.
There's plenty of stuff
fucking
I can do,
Comicsgate.
And I know plenty of ways I could take out. Like, if we're being pricks, I know plenty of ways I could take out Raptor's Jesus. It wouldn't be for whatever the fuck he put, like child engagement or whatever that stupid shit was. No, I would not do that at all. There's plenty of other chinks in his armor that I could easily remove him from, but I didn't.
Look at this fucking psycho.
So, just stupid. Just stupid. I will go systematically one by one until I have removed people. First, I get rid of Bar, get a bit of experience doing that. Then I'll go after, I guess, Miller.
Do you hear this fucking shit?
Edwin,
and this is like, and Ethan is like, well, you pick on somebody, they go to a certain point. I don't condone strikes, but once you go to a certain point, you treated this person like something. It's like, this is all fucking brought on to himself. And now he's just going to strike out at me and going to try to fucking cancel me. Like, that's going to be his win. It's not going to work. Fucking Goomba. Goomba dum-dum. Dum-dum-ny gum-gum. What do you think, chat? What do you think? Oh my god! Oh my god! See, Liam is like, I'm gonna spend so much money. He's like, I'm gonna spend so much money coming after Matt Barr.
You would not, beat it. I will take it to court. There's plenty of stuff I can do. You know what I mean?
Do it.
And I know plenty of ways I could take out, like, for being pricks, I know plenty of ways I could take out Raptor's Jesus. It wouldn't be for whatever the fuck he put, like child engagement or whatever that stupid shit was. No, I would not do that at all.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
There's plenty of other chinks in his armor that I could easily remove him from, but I didn't. But he said I did. So, just stupid.
I don't think Raptor blamed you for anything.
Systematically one by one until I have removed people. First, I get rid of Bar.
444.
Doing that. Then I'll go after, I guess, Miller, Edwin. Those guys are next, I think. They're the guys that are sort of gloating. I might actually go after Niobe next, actually. Niobe might be my next guy that I go after, since he's the one actively striking everyone and bragging about it. Like running around people's chats and screaming his fucking public address and then reporting for privacy violations.
Yeah, dude, I'm just like, we're sitting here like, what the fuck?
Don't let him on the streams, by the way, guys, because he will scream his fucking address and then report you, right? So I might go after Larry. Larry's got no money. Should be easy. Yeah, so I'll take out Bar, then I'll take out Larry. Then after Larry, I'll go after Edwin and Mike. That'll be a bit harder because they've got a bit more public noise behind them. But then we'll see where we go from there. Guys like Raptor and shit, I don't really care about because they've got no influence. There are a bunch of people screaming to a bunch of the same angry people that are angry.
So you're saying I have
guys
influence?
That are doing active fucking gay ops, actively striking people down. I mean, or it could all stop at any point. See, this is the thing too. They all have the power to stop this. These other guys that are doing active fucking gay ops, actively striking people down. I mean,
I'm not actively doing any gay ops. I'm not actively striking people down.
At any point. See, this is the thing too. They all have the power to stop this. See, I've got not all of it. I've got a lot of my money back. I'm nearly back. Imagine when I start bringing in extra money from the campaigns. I've got look at how much you sell a cow for, and they just make more of themselves. That's easy. Go look at how much you can sell a cow for in Australia. So yeah, I got no worries anymore. I got no worries. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'll drive down to my little farming state, do my work, come back, and I'll just instead of buying DVDs and books, I'll just spend my money. Instead of backing campaigns.
This is more fucking kayfabe, but it's like, we'll see how kayfabe it is when we're in court and he's talking about striking my shit.
Sense of honor or integrity or any code or anything like that. They think that they can scream racial abuse at people and steal, lie, run gay ops, release fake screenshots, inspect element gay shit, try and ruin people's marriages and lives, strike their channels.
You know what I mean? It's like, dude, you're gonna have to explain all that shit and how I'm involved in any of that, dude. Because you just called out a whole bunch of fucking shit with no receipts or anything.
Okay, I'll give it back. And I'll go to the furthest extent of the law. Why not? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I don't need to crowdfund it like Richard C. Marr. Just do it all myself. Fuck it. Who cares? You know, I had a little bit of a weakness there where I was like a little wobbly. Oh, gotta get my money back. Back. Hey, we had beef week, baby. Beef week.
Awesome. So, like, he went from begging people for money so that he can give his children Christmas presents. He's begging fucking Camel Moon to send him money so he could buy his older kids shoes. But now that he's got his money back, he's gonna fucking threaten me with a lawsuit.
I have everything I need for a year on top of everything else. So yeah, that's the play. So they're cool. They're cool. They can meet me in the court of law.
You got to show up, Bubba.
Because I've got to take on his daddy's real estate money. That's where I've got to build to. I'm going to build my war chest on the back of all of these guys, take everything I can from them so I can build up enough so I can take on the...
You hear this insanity? This is like the same like uppity insanity that he was doing when he was on Kimstar, when he was talking about how he was going to have an army of fucking people to do his bidding. It's fucking boring, dude.
Fucking no one understands, right? It's like, I was sort of, you know, I was never in War Campaign, but I was friendly with War Campaign. I had friends with those guys.
In the Discord.
I met War Campaign when, like, what was called Jesus Campaign back in the day, which was a lot of good times. The problem is, nowadays, fucking, like I said, I had to block 11 of them last week. 11 of these motherfuckers just coming at me, accusing me of shit, going on with shit.
I mean, do I need to hear any more of this shit? Like, the basic gist is that he's going to take me to court.
What happened to you guys? Like, and for years after that, they'd be like, "Oh my god, can you believe that he's going to take like video of him praising Ethan and putting over his Burns Innertype and be like, oh Liam,
oh look at his little arms sticking up."
I get asking him to do the same thing over and over again until he snaps, and then we'll have it on video. Hey, fuck off, you social justice warrior, fucking little worm man. This is why you will lose everything.
This is actually kind of good.
Have no idea.
Okay, I was getting bored, but this actually might be kind of good
because they're angry. They can't get over it. That's like, I think you'd be happier if you could just get over it, you know. So. That's sort of my stance on War Campaign right now. Like, Dan Marshall was a friend to me. He helped me when I was going through a lot of dark stuff. When I was going through a lot of this shit, he helped me through, and he's been someone that I enjoyed talking like RPG stuff with, you know, because I've done a lot of writing. Have you noticed I've done a lot of writing for role-playing games, guys, for PRGs? You see that? Yeah. Anyway, no. Like,
where's your name in those books?
I liked talking to Dan about stuff. I like talking to Gat. Haven't heard
like pointing at books.
Literal years. I sent him. He disappeared off the internet.
That doesn't really fucking count.
Saying like, yo, dude, you know, how you doing? Are you still doing Vestige? You still doing your books? You know, are you all right? And never got back to me. I haven't heard from Ro Kabir in a while. Sometimes he shows up in the chat and goes on about like how he's having sex with his new missus and shit. I'm like, cool, bro, you do that, you know, but I'd have no idea what's going on with
Dan.
him.
You know, Dan was the one who was like, don't strike him. Because I was just going to be like, all right, well, fuck it. I'll start striking people if Liam wants to be a fucking nut job. If he wants to start a fucking cornball war, I'll fucking just start striking people. And Dan Marshall was the one who was like, yeah, dude, don't do it.
Very, very rarely I'll hear from Pan.
Basically, it's like, yo, like Liam is a retard and he like wants that attention, so don't do it.
Mostly all my interactions with War Campaign in the last 6 months have just been these fucking spurgy accounts adding me and shit that I don't want to be adding, basically on why you're angry, bro. It's like Nick and shit, just endlessly fucking at me. It's like fucking just fuck off. I'm not interested in bar. I'm not interested in the gay shit. I just want to be left alone and do my books, you know.
So why like, you don't want to do bar, you just want to get involved with the books, but then you strike me. You don't want to do anything, you don't want to get involved, but you lie about me and what I've done, and then you fucking strike me, but you don't want to get involved.
No, I don't, but I'm not going to shirk away from it and run away from it. I'm not going to let people tell me what I need to do. Like, Liam, if you talk about this stuff, then we're going to attack you. No, you're going to attack me, and I'm going to talk about it. You don't get to hide what you are, you know? And that's what a lot of these guys
do. It's not even fucking logically circular. I stood up against
it in the first place because
it's like
it shouldn't be like a hazing. This isn't a frat house. Someone should be able to click onto a Comicsgate stream, find some creators that they like and enjoy, and watch it. They shouldn't be attacked. They shouldn't be customers shouldn't be doxxed. They shouldn't be like run through a fucking gauntlet. You shouldn't have to fear for your family. You should be.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you should go on to a Comicsgate show and not see them totally shitting on fucking Eric July, right? You should not see them doxing their customers like Ethan does. You shouldn't see them doxing fucking their fucking mothers. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that would be awesome.
To go to conventions without worry about being fucking harassed. People sitting there fucking jerking their little fucking baby dick while they film you and try and force someone else to shake your hand into violence. Just keep asking him to do the same thing over and over again until he snaps, and then we'll have it on video. Hey, fuck off, you social justice warrior, fucking little worm, man. Worm men. This is why you will lose everything you have. You have no idea how to actually pursue success. You can only pursue the shit that you eat. Worms eat shit, guys. They roll around in compost, and that's what these motherfuckers are. Worm men. Anti-Comicsgate worm men.
Oh, wow.
But yeah.
That's
like, oh, it's no big deal. It's just a handshake. It's just a handshake. Yeah, it's just a handshake if you completely remove all the context. Completely remove the context. One, Shane Davis had previously already shaken hands.
Yeah, from both sides, to be honest with you. There was some bullshit on both sides. Look at it. He's over here sweeping for fucking Shane. There's bullshit on both sides. They're both like two old men being fucking stupid. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Handshakes for violence, or it's fucking stupid. And it's like, that's what I was like kind of fucking feeling like before Liam struck my channel. I know it sounds dumb, but I was like, man, I'm getting tired of this shit, dude. Like, is that what we're dealing with? Is that the big news of Comicsgate? Is fucking somebody offering a handshake and another person getting upset about a fucking biscuit? That's what we're dealing with. We've gone from raging about Spider-Man being cucked and Batman being a bisexual to these two stupid fucking former professionals poking at each other at a fucking con over a biscuit and a fucking handshake. Stupid as shit if I've ever heard, dude. Both of them. Somebody should have just come by and took both of their fucking heads and just knocked them together. Because, yeah, like, yo, you're shaking hands on Friday. Everything's fine on Friday. You know, nobody's recording shit. But then it's like Ganzi and Shannon, they start talking mad shit on Friday night and Saturday, apparently. And so it's like, okay, well, they're talking shit. They're revving it up. So Dan then goes back over because he's now pissed off because he thought they shook their hands. He was like, well, I thought we shook hands and they're talking mad shit. So now let me go over there. It's all fucking gay over there. And it has nothing to do with us. Again, nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with Comicsgate, to be honest with you. It's fucking bullshit. It's them wanting to turn their fucking drama into everybody's drama. And it's just retarded. It's tacky people doing tacky shit. It's fucking anti-Comicsgate is what it is. It is literally taking away from Comicsgate. Old fucking old two professionals that like weren't canceled. They just kind of showed up in Comicsgate, you know, once they saw the grift, started fucking doing their shit. I mean, and you know, dude, Dan, just finish your book. At this point, it's like you really shouldn't do anything other than smile and nod until you get your fucking book done. Because if you're not going to say anything about Eric July for fucking a year and a half, then are you really in any position to defend fucking some fat albino chick? You know what I mean? It's like, give me a fucking break, dude. Selective fucking outrage is retarded. And then Shane making it everybody's problem is just typical Shane gay shit. Soon as he showed up, dude. Soon as he showed up, he was going after fucking that one Bennett guy, calling him anti-Semitic, trying to start fucking trouble. Then fucking try to rally the fucking Comicsgate troops about his fucking cat book being stolen. It's like, just stop trying to make fucking your problems Comicsgate, because it's not. Same thing with Ethan. He's got a problem with fucking Eric and wants to make that everybody's fucking problem. And it's just not. Like, Eric's success has no impact on fucking Comicsgate other than showing that, you know, books can be done on a timely basis. Fucking suck as shit knows all about worms.
With this guy at a previous convention, it was resolved. They said, yep, all done. Thank you. See you later.
Who cares?
I'm the worm
Relevant.
man. Fuck you, losers. You alt bitch motherfuckers that don't have the courage to even use your own fucking voice. You go and like your own comments and retweet your own shit. I am a million strong. I am a million strong. I am the worm man. Fuck you. You fucking bitch. That's not what Ethan's doing. That's not what he's fucking doing. He's not like you. He's doing his shit. He doesn't give a fuck about that retarded shit, man. He can go out and say something on his fucking
Did you call this
Twitter,
unhinged?
and you'll get fucking hundreds of likes and retweets. He can just post the word pie, and everyone will click like on it and retweet it. He doesn't have to agree with himself or retweet himself or have a dozen fucking old accounts. Like the worm men. Yes, we are the worm men of Waterhead Downs. Fucking shit-eating worm men. We're going to inflate our views by having 7 different accounts. Watch it. Each of us will have 7 different accounts, and those 7 different accounts will all watch our stream, and we'll look like we've got so many subscribers. Yes, yes, yes. Fucking worm men. Worm men. Fucking gross. He's not doing that. Comicsgate is a consumer movement. It is about the customer. It is about the people. That's why we're.
Yes, I would agree. It's a consumer movement. It's about the people. What consumers? Not porn. Not consumers of fucking degenerate shit. Consumers of mainstream comics. That's where the consumers were. That's what the people were upset about. They're upset about what was going on in the mainstream comics. They're upset about the degeneracy. They're upset about the sexualization. They're upset about the wokeness and the fucking political agendas. And they're upset about manga taking over the market.
We're making the books. That's what we're doing. And people
yeah,
say
he's
otherwise,
making more
I'm
manga.
anti-consumer because they don't want you to get what you pay for or what you have. Now, you might think that doesn't sound right. That's all they complain about is the money. They don't give a shit about you getting your book. You heard it out of the mouth of Mr. Longbox himself. Haven't you ever heard of the right to buy to complain? That's what it's about to these people. They want to make noise and go where, and have their lamentations.
No, actually, Longbox caught you cornered about when the success was. You thought that success was when the campaign got funded. John Longbox's idea of success is that when the customer gets the book in hand. That was y'all's argument. You were like, no. When I get the money, that's success. And John's like, no, when the customer gets the book, that's success. And you disagreed, and now you're upset about it. So are you going to talk about that in court?
Their mummy don't got her titty in their mouth no more, so they got to cry real fucking loud so the internet can hear them. And these fucking scumbags, right? They're out there causing grief, and it's not what Ethan's doing. Comicsgate is.
Ethan's not causing grief with puppet shows.
And if you, as a consumer,
Ethan's not causing grief with Trashcast. Really? You're right. Okay. Yeah, him making puppets isn't grief. Him going after an independent creator isn't grief. Him turning a whole fucking mainstream consumer movement against some fucking dude who's just making comic books isn't grief. Okay. Sure. Let's not forget him pushing you to a fucking mental institution. That's not grief. Come on, bro. Come on.
Go to most
part
chats.
of his part of Ethan's content was fucking with you and pushing you into a mental institute. Part of Ethan's content was going over your sexual misconduct with Nerd Wonder. He brought Nerd Wonder on, and she showed all the DMs and all the shit. And he called you a fucking Harvey Weinstein.
You can talk in the chat.
You talk about grief. Holy fuck!
Back to you. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Liam Gray.
How about that for grief?
Comic book accessories. Welcome to the show. I make Conquest Comics, and we've got a bunch of fun coming to you in 2025. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you guys. You mean it. If you really want to be heard, you can shoot a super chat.
What about Ethan fucking cheering on Shannon to draw a dick on somebody? Is that not grief? Is that okay? Like, what's okay?
Go, hey, he's $2. Then you can say the word pie in Ethan's chat and he'll read it and 500 people will like it. There we go. So that's what I've got to say about commies. But yeah, like, it's a consumer movement. I'm sorry. when you pretend that Ethan changed it from a consumer movement into something else, it's just the Ethan fan club. It's just the Ethan Van Sciver fan club. I'm a worm man. You know, when you do that, you just are giving him all this power and showing that you're a dickless little worm man. You just got a little baby worm flipping and flapping around down there. You're a worm man. No spine, no
homosexual
shit. At the end of the fucking day, if you don't get as many subscribers as this guy, it's not because this guy controls the movement and he controls the horizontal and the vertical. He can delude you to 1,000 channels or focus you to a moment of single clarity. That's not what he's doing. He's sitting there, lying at home, eating a pie off his back.
Right, take a break. I'm sorry. Fucking just watching him spurg out.
While watching 28 years fucking later or something, right, on the television, and then drawing frogs. Then he comes down and does a video where he
None
goes,
of this has to do. None of this has to do. It's all irrelevant. It has nothing to do with the sexual misconduct. It has nothing to do with me never fucking accusing him of a sexual crime. Like, it's just weird shit. Like, all this is just ranting. Like, it has nothing to do with any receipts for the criminal fraud that he's accused me of. The impersonation that he's accused me of. Like, he just doesn't have the receipts for that shit.
Ha 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 ha. Look at how gay this guy is. Look at what the stupid shit that this guy said. Ha ha ha. And then the rest of the time he's there, he's got 2 other shows. The other show is he's promoting independent creators, which is what everyone wanted him to do. Everyone said, oh, Ethan doesn't promote independent creators. Comicsgate Live is back. Welcome. Liam is here, ladies and gentlemen. There's a new era. There's a new age of hope. We're bringing up creators. You've got Shane Davis out there kicking ass with Anthony. Did you guys know who he is? He's the guy that did fucking Anatomic. And it's tits. It's fucking awesome. Who's he? Did you see the Mirage Turtles piece that he did? It's fucking awesome. New talent, up and coming creator, the cream of the crop. And, you know, once upon a time,
Shane Davis is a fucking shameless piece of shit. Who cares?
Back me up as a co-host here. You know, that would be funny. We'd all laugh and have a good time.
It has nothing to do with you striking me.
Give a fuck about the audience. If I didn't give, you think that I would stick my neck if I'm not publishing and making money? I'm not going to do it because it's a business. My goal is to make
enough money. It's way too far. Yes, striking other people and affecting their money is way too far. The goal is to make money when you're doing it, but that's not the only way I'm bringing in money. Cost me sweet fuck all. Cost me sweet fuck all to make more cattle. Just put them all together, and they're all meat anyway. They don't need to be the most purebred shit. Just go for it. Go for it. It's cheap. Food is cheap. It's easy. Where do we go? Yeah, where'd you go?
Outside of Gat and Pan, War Campaign eventually turns everyone in itself. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I haven't watched any of their stuff. But Pan is someone that's always been, you know, a little bit of a down payment, you know, on my end. But let's see who's got more in the end. Let's see who's got more to lose.
What?
Oh. Right now, I'm at a nice, comfortable thing. All I need to do is keep buying groceries. All my insurance is done. All of my rego's done. All of the rates are done. I literally, every cent I make from this point is good. I'm going to buy a nice big gift for my wife's 40th coming up. I've got the money for the studio set aside. I'm going to just keep funneling it into that. I'm just going to, let's see who runs out first. And then you can pay for all my legal expenses from
what's
Australia.
going on, Chris?
Because I confirm that can be a thing too. Imagine how much that's going to cost. Wow. You know, a little bit of a down payment, you know, on my end, but let's see who's got more in the end. Let's see who's got more to lose. Smell has kumquat envy, so put your oranges on the table. Yeah. Oh shit, hail. I haven't said that for a while now. How you doing? Oi, 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 says Oni. How you doing? It's because they don't have anyone less than Comicsgate to return. They are making an example of you. No, they're not making an example of shit. They're making an example out of themselves because they're literally supporting channel strikers. They're obfuscating from the fact that people are going around being struck. They're crying over the fact that I'm striking someone for stealing from me and that I'm blowing a whole bunch of attention up onto this so that people can see what's going on. Meanwhile,
it's very odd. You want a lot of attention from this fucking.
I guess I'll be releasing it. I'll probably release it
strike war
at the same time as I'll probably release it.
And it's so funny that this guy's talking about stealing when he's the one who was like, yo, I'm going to take your shit, Jimmy Ray's, and I'm going to color it and release it myself. Like, he's out here, like, threatening to steal people's shit. I mean, I don't know if that's real or not, but it's like everything is kayfabe, you know, which is just fucking annoying as shit.
Like the same time as Dino King 2 or my next big campaign. That way I can bundle everything together and maybe save a bit of money. I think are stupid or supportive of people I hate. Fucking get out of here. Just get the fuck out of here, man. Like, that's the simple solution to it. You know what I mean, Grumpy? Like you said, I can be on. Liam, when you say striking, what do you mean? I'm very clear about it. If people have been striking other channels, as in going and reporting them and trying to get them taken down, or going in there and intentionally saying things to try and get the channel pulled, like they did with Commandos, like they did with Ruby King. He lost his channel. They recently struck Artsy Bear. I think
I had no idea that Ruby King got struck. That's not my thing. The fucking Art Bear thing, I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. The only thing is somebody stole from me. Somebody stole an hour and a half of my content, which was Katie. Katie just took an hour and a half of my content and just put it on her fucking channel. Everybody says that was wrong. I asked her politely and publicly to not do it, right? Like you just were like sending shit in blocked fucking tweets at people declaring stuff. I directly added her and was like, "Can you please take that down?" She didn't listen. I waited fucking, 24 hours, and then she didn't, and then I struck it because I need people watching my content on my channel. But like you just being like, hey, you showed a little piece of art that like I can't really prove that I did, and I can't prove, like, it looks like Godzilla. You're gonna have to prove that. You have to prove that that's your IP
I
shit.
think there's a few other people that I'll let them tell their story. I know Shane Davis mentioned having a strike. So these people have been repeatedly going around flagging all of these channels to try and get them taken down. And I've had enough of it. So, anyone who has done,
you have no proof.
Me,
you need to show proof. If you're going to start striking people and taking money, you have to have receipts, and you have none.
At a larger scale. And I will say to you guys, any of these people that are out there advocating for strikes, which is, as of this time, Edwin Boyette and Mike S. Miller, Matt Barr, who has done so to Katie, go report their shit. Go do it. They don't deserve a platform. They violate.
You are fucking unhinged, dude. Please sue me. Please sue me. Katie steals my shit. I sue her. I strike it, and I'm supposed to be silenced. You're fucking crazy, dude. You're out of your
rules
mind.
And take other people's, then go and dob other people for doing less than they did. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. That's Mike S. Miller's words. This is a strike wars. As for me, I'm right now fighting a copyright battle. This is what I sort of announced here. Is Matt Barr has said that he believes that he's in fair use to display my artwork without any transformative content towards it. He claims that it was a misunderstanding rather than negligence on his behalf and a malicious attempt to malign my business as well. So he's going to fight me in court over it. So let's go. Giddy up. I was on the phone to my lawyer today for 4 or so hours. So
good.
Giddy up. Let's go. Let's go.
You're going to have to come to Georgia.
It all ends. This is it. This is a nuclear fucking option. I should have done this years ago. But I wasn't.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
I was sick, and I wanted to spend the last years of my life ultimately happy. And, I had all my money tied up.
Does Australia even have nukes? Does Australia... Holy fuck, look at that pause. Does Australia even have fucking nukes? Phony. Slimed. That's a call to action and a TOS violation. So, hey, go ahead and strike this guy. He's threatening me. He's threatening legal shit. Go ahead and strike him. Do it. I don't care. Exactly. Blah, blah, blah. Sexpest, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead. Discovery. Dude, I know, bro. Like, this is the words of somebody who like hasn't been to court or sued somebody. It's like, first you're gonna have to come here. So you're gonna have to hire a lawyer. You're like, oh, you have a lawyer? Yeah. Is he in Georgia? Is he licensed to work in Georgia? Oh no, it's some sort of international shit. Well, I mean, you have to make sure. And then discovery, and then we're gonna talk about fucking countersuing for getting involved in my revenue and defamation. That shit would be dope, dude. And like while you're doing this, Wonder Island won't get made, Dino King won't get made. You'll turn this into a big fucking cry fest, baby bullshit. You're just starving for attention, dude. It's really boring. So either pony up and fucking do it, or fuck off. I'm not scared of you. You're out of your fucking mind.
And when he talks with me, Niobe has issues. I blocked Barr for being a butthole. Well, Edwin said on social media...
Block me for being a butthole? This fucking guy, BL Blankenship, this fucking dude... Yo, Blankenship, show your fucking DMs, dude. I told you to stop fucking DMing me. You were like DMing me these fucking paragraphs of shit that I didn't want to fucking hear, dude. Like I didn't know you, and it was just like I'm not fucking interested in hearing that shit. So go ahead and release it. So, me telling this guy, like, man, can you stop fucking DMing me? That's what you're gonna get. And then he DMs me again, and he DMs me again. And I'm like, dude, just I really don't want to hear from you right now. You're really fucking annoying me. Been on his show, he interviewed me, and coming at me with shit. It's like if I tell you once, like, hey man, like stop DMing me for a second, because you're just blowing up my shit with fucking paragraphs. Like, listen to me. Somebody says stop DMing me, fucking stop. That's probably why this dude's single, because he doesn't understand fucking human interaction. Somebody says stop, he fucking doesn't get it. But now I'm the butthole.
He feels that he's within his rights to strike channels. And,
so sorry that I didn't just like become part. I didn't do exactly what you thought I was gonna do in your fucking fantasy. Fucking weirdo.
Or, then he's going to continue to do so. So then channels started being struck en masse. We know that he's hanging out with the fucking worm man. We know that he's fucking, hanging out with those guys. Mike Esmelli is adding, and has been since before the strike war, adding YouTube going, you've got to take Liam's channel down. You've got to take Liam down. Liam's like violating.
So go fucking strike Liam. So go strike Miller. You know what I'm saying? Go strike Miller.
Out when people are in violation of the terms of service to try and hurt other people, and he doesn't like that. He could also just shut his fucking false, godless fucking Pharisee mouth.
Look and go the fuck away. Look at
Instead,
him
he hangs
on
the fucking Comicsgate like that one loose bit of turd on the end of a fucking hair. You can't shake loose. It's a fucking waste of fucking life. Like, same guy that sent his fucking teenage daughter or whatever here to fight with me after I banned him. Fuck off. I'm gonna fight with a little fucking girl.
This guy's spurging.
Fucking weirdos. Worms. Looking coverage and controversy. Will do. Okay, hold on just a minute. Thank you, Wilberforce Rooster. You guys want me to be the villain? Okay. I'll be the biggest, baddest villain you've ever seen. I can go without a studio. I can go.
He always says that, dude. He always like says that shit. He's always like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be the tyrant. I'm gonna be the tyrant." Like he has this like moment, where he has his up, and he's gonna be this nightmare to everybody. And then in a fucking day, he'll fucking crash, and he'll like be all sad and stupid, and ridiculous again.
Let's have a look here. Coverage and controversies. This is interesting.
What is it?
YouTube is cracking down on unoriginal content with a major monetization change. Starting July 15th, channels that don't not meaningfully transform clips risk losing monetization. That includes reaction channels, compilation pages, and more. Wow. Okay, let's have.
Yeah, you know what that means? No more clippers. I'm a clipper. I'm a motherfucking clipper. Who gives a fuck? YouTube is about to fucking get you the fuck out of there. If you are posting clips of other people's fucking shows, doesn't matter the length, you're fucking done. You're fucking done. That means e-fapping. You're fucking done.
Have a look at this. This is interesting. What a great, thank you, Wilberforce. This is what the coverage and controversies channel is for. YouTube's is a changing. Now you've got to have your own fucking opinions and thoughts. You just can't call people a bundle of sticks for 3 hours every fucking day while you click unpause and pause every 2 minutes. That's too bad.
Yeah, that's what you were doing with Commie Mark and what you were doing with some of your other videos. Suddenly he acts like that's above him. Like suddenly he's above fucking e-fapping. Like he was e-fapping Ethan going through the DMs, right? So yeah, dude, you're showing artwork. You're showing artwork that was sent to Ethan, and you're showing it on your channel. 3 different nights, 3 different channels, 3 different streams.
So Team YouTube says, to clarify, this is a minor update to our long-standing YPP policies to help us better identify when content is mass-produced or repetitive. This type of content has already been illegible for monetization for years, and this content viewers often consider spam. When people get too many notifications, they often turn them off completely, which affects every creator, which means turn off YouTube watch history. Work. I do wrong by you. You come to me and you say, hey, Liam, I feel fucked. I feel like you didn't present things fairly here or whatever. Deal with fucking stupid shit. I shouldn't have to. People that are disingenuous or deliberately just looking for me to be mad at someone else over something.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Him like he has feelings. But it's like, imagine that like you spend all day fucking toiling away at your fucking desk, and then every so often you get to go out, you can take your family out, and you get to be a superhero in front of your daughter. All the people come up, they're saying how much they appreciate your work. You get to like really have that moment. He couldn't do that. He didn't feel safe to have his wife or daughter there. you robbed him of what could have been one of the happiest moments of his life. You know, it could have been a joke that was made or just a posing. I'm glad that everyone had a fun time, but like, I feel really uncomfortable about the entire situation. You should be able to go and work on the floor in a professional capacity with in correspondence with one of their customers trying to do business. You should not step between them and the person that they're doing business with and shove your fucking hand in their face. That's how you get yourself knocked.
Oh, he's fucking raging about that shit, which has nothing to do with this.
Towers and bustling castles, and the worm men will be forgotten, left to their dank, dark fates. I stand with you, Koala King. Thank you, John Porton. It's good to have you here. Thank you for your service. Where do we go? Moving down. I got another super chat. Thank you. They're all coming in like crazy. Moving down. Sorry if I skip anything important. And have a pretty good day. Screenshots of them saying that they know that it's not true, but they're going to go live and do it anyway. Wouldn't that suck? Wouldn't that be the worst?
Is that worth rerunning a little bit?
Did they do it? Yes or no? The answer is yes. I go, hey man, thank you for your support. Thank you for what you did. Thank you for the opportunities. You know, sorry that, you know, you feel the way you do, but I appreciate what you've done for me and the time that you spent helping promote me. You know, I treat him the same way I treat War Campaign, which heaven forbid, right? I say, you helped me out when I needed it. You know, were there. You helped me promote my art and stuff, but no gain yourself. Thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate what you did. And he could say, you fucking weirdo, cunt, Liam. How dare you say that to me? And I'd go, and I just keep doing what I'm doing. That's it. There you go. There's your fucking, put away your looking glass. There you go. You just saw the future. If that's what happens, that's what happens. If that doesn't happen, however, if he doesn't betray me, what happens is I get to launch Dino King 2 or Xenotype 2, and I get to go on Comicsgate Kings or live in front of 3,000 or so people and go, hey, do you want this book? Did you like the first one? And then a whole bunch of motherfuckers. Someone say, oh, Liam, you said, oh, there can be no more damage done to me. I wouldn't say opinion here, which is his opinion. I'm just reading the chat, right? He says, Matt Barr is a racist. I can personally attest to that. Wow.
He could personally attest to that. What does that mean? Matt Barr is a racist. I could personally attest to that. I don't know what that means. I don't know who this grumpy ninja guy is. Is he a moon cricket?
You know, I wouldn't believe that, but he went live on Keemstar's channel and used racial slurs on 2 separate occasions, shamelessly.
That's not true. That's a lie. I only said it once. I said moon cricket on one stream. So that's a lie. Why would you lie, Liam? Oh, never mind. Because you're Liam.
An attempt to cause disruption and pain and potentially jeopardize Keemstar's channel. Real terrible guy, you know.
Is that what you think? You think I went on there and made a joke about moon crickets to a white guy because you thought I was trying to fucking destroy Keemstar's channel? Fucking retard. Mm-hmm. I was trying to be funny, something that you weren't. See, up to that point, I was doing just fine and everybody was having a great time. You were on there stumbling around, crying about fucking JDA, looking like a complete idiot. Then when some fucking girl started talking to you, you crumbled. You couldn't understand what the fuck was going on, and so you bounced. You didn't get marvelously fucking kicked off. You didn't have anybody, you know, talking about you. They were fucking talking about me for a couple of days, dude. Because I said 2 words. Moon cricket. I said it to a white guy. You fucking baloney piece of shit.
Yeah. Obviously, it was the reason you gave to YouTube that caused you to strike, not retaliation. Exactly. Angela said, Yanzi is from Singapore. It's the upper class of the Chinese people. Some of them don't even consider themselves Chinese. They call themselves Singapore. I don't know about any of that. I know that you don't go after dude's kid and you don't use racial slurs against a motherfucker dude's kid. It's fucking...
Who said anything about racial slurs about his kid? That is complete bullshit. That's something else, dude. You're fucking calling me a racist. You know, you're a business person. You're on here with your business, Total Conquest. As Total Conquest, you're highlighting things and you're calling me a racist. That's some shit. You're gonna have to prove that shit in court, and then that would be funny because then they'll have to play the Keemstar clip. That would be kind of funny.
And, you know, I ain't gonna have it. Like, I'm not even good friends with Shane. I've spoken to him a few times, but you know, like if I was standing there next to Shane fucking Davis and someone said that about his kid, I'd hit him in the fucking mouth.
What did I say? You know what I mean? It's like he's getting shitty about me, but then suddenly he'll like switch and start talking shit about somebody else. I don't have anything against fucking anybody's kids. I've never said anything about anybody's kids.
Yeah, Not without a fucking second, without a moment of fucking hesitation. You did not do that. I would do it because in my mind, if you did that in Australia, that's how you diffuse the situation. Because if you do that in Australia, that motherfucker will kill you, and I don't want to be caught up in that. So I'll just knock you the fuck out, because that's better than being
fucking.
murder,
People
right?
talking about
do that.
It's so gay when people are talking about getting other people knocked out and shit. When like we've all seen this dude built like fucking just a blob of fucking melted butter. It's like, bro, you look like a marshmallow. What are you talking about knocking people out? Like, calm the fuck down, dude. You fucking head wound.
Shit. Whereas Larry would attack anyone he has. It's true. Bar is great for a laugh when he's habitually breaking terms of service. Yeah, I know. You got to follow the rules, guys. I'm sorry. The only one Tim Cuck comes in here. He says the only one striking channels is you, Liam. YouTube algorithm struck those other channels. If not, they can show receipts. They haven't actually. They've spoken extensively about this. And the lie that if it's a person striking you, let's address that, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? I know this is going to get a whole bunch of fucking raptards all upset. But unwedge your panties for a fucking minute and listen to what I've got to say, and you might fucking hear something.
Jeez.
If you strike for copyright, your name comes up. If you strike for anything else, your name does not come up. When Edwin Boyette went and struck people, his name didn't come up. And he said, yeah, it was me. I did the strikes, blah, blah, blah. No name. Stop saying it's AI and subterfuging and then sort of trying to hide the fact is what's going on. Oh, no. Are you a worm man? Are you a worm man? Are we going to have a worm man here?
Yeah, but Comicsgate Commandos has guns.
Liam, this is
Malin has guns.
Well,
Raptor had a gun.
It's my pathway up the ladder. I'm going to sue and sue and sue. I'm going to sue and I'm going to get so good at suing. I'm going to become the best suer. I'm going to be striking and suing. And I'm going to get so good at it that I'm going to be the black belt of suology, And then I'm going to
instead of actually finishing your books,
I'm going to finally have my justice. There'll be nothing left. So moving down. Hey, doing, Sword? Good to see you. You can't stop people from talking about me. I don't want to stop people from talking about me. I want people to stop stealing from me, and I want people to stop defaming me and accusing me of crimes I never committed.
Ooh, really? That's funny.
Fair,
that's
right?
exactly what I want. I want you to stop fucking accusing me of criminal fraud. I want you to stop accusing me of impersonating Vinny. Why don't you fucking stop? Holy shit.
For crimes and actions that I never did and things I don't believe or things I don't actually think and say. I shouldn't be held to account by people for those or punished by people.
You should be held accountable for the shit you said, dude.
You disagree? Yeah, a whole $80 did make, yeah. Like I say, YouTube tells you where the strike comes from. It does not. It does not. So, nothing.
I don't know what he's talking about. $80? I didn't make any money off of that show. I didn't, it's like, oh, you got fired. And it's like, I never had the job. I never lost any money. Nobody told me how much. And everybody who talks shit would never even go on there because you got to be on there on camera. None of these fucking goofballs would have tried it.
You're talking about. Once again, none of you people know what you're talking about. Why am I talking to a cuck here? Fucking, he's a cuck. He's like, why do I think that a cuck would know anything about anything?
Any pushback, you get deleted in Liam's chat.
Let's see. We've got Lethal Diva. She's usually pretty smart. What's she going to say? I noticed that EFAP has gone away from doing that. I don't know if Marlon knew it was coming or what. Would it even affect his channel like EFAP, though? I think it's going to affect Clipper channels more. Could do. You might need to start putting hamburger ads and stuff on them to make sure that they're transformative. Why can I not find these super chats? Okay, I'm just going to read this $100 super chat from Golden Bat. I haven't seen it in the chat. I don't know how far behind I am. I'm going to just try and speed through. But for $100, Golden Bat says, YouTube keeps asking me to edit my message. Not sure what it's picking up as unacceptable, but the golden rule is always fair. Liam is doing right, trying to get these guys to behave. Sorry, the old ones had more flair. Thank you for $100. I appreciate that. Yeah, behave yourselves and don't defame people and go after their wives and their kids and don't encourage harassment and don't run elaborate day ops. If you want to do a little bit of kayfabe or make a show, do a performance, that's one thing. It's another thing to try and ruin people's lives, like social justice warriors, and try and force people to live in fear. Deliberately try and game the algorithm so that people that don't know anything about anything, looking things up, find people tethered and linked to crimes they never committed and acts they never performed, so that you can try and cause them financial harm. Yeah, that's a different thing. Like, if that's how you want to play the game, I'll play the game that way. I'm back, baby. I'm back, and on top of being back on top of the world, I've got a crown on my motherfucking head too. So not only am I back and I'm doing good, but I can even keep financing my comic book career without this even impacting me anymore, because I don't have to use all of my fucking farm money to channel back into my books to keep everything going. I can just crowdfund everything, keep my life afloat with all of my thing, and then use my extra revenue from there to go into the legal, and I can just do it that way. And that's what I'll do for the next 10 years if I have to. What is it? Blah, blah, blah. Something enough. And I'm sitting there in front of the fucking grocery store with my wife after a fucking 4-hour drive. I'm just chilling out for a minute. He's like, well, why hasn't Liam done it? I get so angry. I drive to the fucking cop shop. I wait there like a fucking idiot, walking back and forth, furious over this.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with receipts on what you're claiming.
While he waited for the cops to come. Coming down.
Nobody, I don't give a fuck. That has nothing to do with me.
And shout out Samba. I just want to get through. Now, intellectual property rights. We're going to protect small creators. We're going to protect independent speech. We're going to protect seasoned industry veterans that have earned a right to have a voice.
Going to protect free
People that are beaten for avoiding
speech.
guilt, playing by the rules. We're going to smash out the evildoers.
This dude's fucking insane, man. You're gonna protect free speech while fucking trying to strike people who are asking for you to show receipts. That's wild. That's some wild shit. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. I hit my router. All right, guys. So Liam is gonna sue me. It's gonna get crazy. I'm gonna sue him back. It's gonna get wild. He's got 10 days. I think he's got less at this point to do anything. So he's gonna have to come to Georgia and do something. It's wild, dude. It's wild. It's the Mariota. It's the Mariota. Yeah. It's like, how about you just fucking finish your book? How about you just do your books instead of trying to like fucking strike people and be this fucking weirdo? It's like strike war. Like there's no strike war. Like once again, it's like he's like the only thing that he should be dealing with is S. Miller. S. Miller is the only one that's going at him saying that they need to have YouTube look at him. Edwin is not his business. Right? So it's like it's insane. But Dan Marshall's like, yeah, dude, don't go striking shit. Because I was like, fuck. They want a war, then let's just start fucking striking every fucking EFAP on ever. Every time they fucking showed something, anybody showed a DM, they get a strike. It's a lot of work, man. To be honest with you, I would rather be drawing. But yeah. So that was that sucked having to watch that. That sucked having to hear that somebody trying to steal money out of my pocket. Somebody that did steal money out of my pocket. It's fucking kayfabe. That's wild. So, and then you know what's gonna happen? Liam's gonna keep on doing crazy shit, and nobody's gonna mention him by name because that's just the way it is. So, have your receipts, everybody. Be brave. Be honest. Have your receipts. Have a good day. Happy 4th of July. Just see somebody wearing a crown, just fucking laugh at them. That's especially today. Peace.